Welcome to Catalina Foothills High School. Jason Miller alongside Kaden Abranovich. It's a season opener here, a 4A, 5A matchup with Cat Foothills coming in at 6-4 from last season. The Bobcats from Cienega 8-4 on the year. We're going to send it right down on the field for a report from our reporter, Bailey Irwin. Yeah.
Good afternoon. It is a lovely night with
It's clipping.
both teams are gearing up for their season opener, and they are really excited. I talked to Hargreaves, the head coach at Sienna, and he said that loves to run the ball, and that's what the defense will be looking for tonight. Catalina Foothills also has a massive offensive line, height-wise and weight-wise. Our offensive line for Sienna will rely on the leadership of senior quarterback Jimmy Diaz, Karen Watson, and Gavin, and tight ends. Senior running back Edgar Garcia is a featured ball carrier tonight.
6 earlier. I mean, it's a hot day, but you know, it's Friday night. Everybody loves the lights, and we are ready to kick off this football season.
All right, looking at captains out there on the field, Catalina Foothills will elect to receive here the opening kickoff. So captains tonight for the Falcons of Cat Foothills, it's number 2, Xavier Norwood Ramirez, number 6, Cole Rivas, number 7, Caden Coulter, and number 54, Max Tenery. The captains for the Bobcats of Cienega is a quartet of seniors. Number 14, Malik Ramirez, the linebacker and special teamer. Number 16, the quarterback, Braden Cherry. Number 18, Gavin Peterson, the wide receiver. And the center, number 78, Landon Hall. So it will be Cat Foothills receiving. They'll be receiving to our left. And the Bobcats are all in white helmets, white jerseys, white pants. And Cat Foothills, a very similar kind of uniform in style, in my view, to Penn State, the Nittany Lions. They've got the white helmets, the navy blue jerseys, or the midnight blue jerseys, the white pants with the platinum highlights. So we are super fired up. It's a beautiful night here. What a vista, Caden, at Cat Foothills High School, one of the premier facilities in the entire state of Arizona. Looking across the way to the upper left part of your screen, that's downtown Tucson. And we just have the sun setting here with some beautiful orange-blue skies. So we've been looking forward to this for quite some time.
I agree. A beautiful night, and here we are kicking the ball off.
Yeah, that's Zane Colson, the sophomore kicker, a soccer star. Ball is received at the 10-yard line, out across the 20. There's a big hit just past the 20-yard line. And it looks like the tackle, River Reese, was there for the Cats of Cienega, number 8. He is a senior.
About River Reese, I've heard throughout practices, throughout even the Copper versus Navy game that Bobcats had, he is a heavy hitter, ready to take everybody's head off, just wants to hit people, has a passion for hitting people. And as you see in that hit, he went down, hit him, and almost looked him down a little bit, like he's ready for this game.
He does, and he is a big hitter, as you mentioned. He's not afraid, let's put it that way. So not. Intrepid as it comes, and he's not afraid to lick out some hits. So quarterback here for tonight, it's Austin Bourne, the Bourne identity, the junior, number 18. I saw him pregame and wished him luck. He turned around and said, thank you. Always like to see that. So little play action here in the first pass. The lefty here throwing near side. He's got a man open, just off the outstretched fingertips of Cole Rivas. So he had a step there on Jimmy Diaz. So not just the height there and the athleticism, but the speed as well.
Yeah, usually Jimmy Diaz can hang around with people all day. Jimmy Diaz being one of the best cornerbacks that we have at Cienega, not only one of the best cornerbacks, but one of the fastest kids on the team. James Kendrina, one of the players there, a junior, is super close to Jimmy and told me how fast Jimmy really is. And him getting burnt like that is pretty surprising to see.
Watch, I bet Jimmy bumps him off the line off this play. Little handoff here goes to the right side. It's going to be a gain of 2, maybe 3 on the carry. And the ball carrier is number 3, Samuel Delgado. Delgado's a junior, 5'7", 175.
One thing I wanted to touch on also was the heights and weights of the D-line and O-line for Catfoot compared to
Massive.
Cienega. Yeah, Catfoot's D-line and O-line are just huge people. One of the biggest players being 370 pounds, around 6'4". Just a huge kid.
3rd down and 7. Catfoot has 2 receivers far side, 1 near side. Austin Bourne in the pistol. And a man comes in motion here to the near side looking to block for him. Bourne back to throw, goes far side, pumps it out there. A little too early on that one. A little bit of a hand check there by Karan Watson, but a good touch, no foul. The pass was intended for number 37, Kincaid Berchthold, who is a senior at 6'2", 195, but a very promising sequence there for the Bobcats at Cienega High School.
It looks like the Wildcats, or not Wildcats, I'm sorry, Catfoot is coming out here firing very fast. The quarterback seems very comfortable. Austin Bourne seems very comfortable in the pocket, throwing all over the place, as you've seen the last 3 plays there. And now
he is an elite wide receiver and a lockdown cornerback there, so a great spark there on special teams for Coach Justin Argraves and the Cats. Cats in great business here at the Cat Foothills 30-yard line.
Most definitely. Jimmy Diaz, one of the most talented receivers probably in Southern Arizona. I've seen him at many camps at U of A. I heard he was talking to UCLA. Just lots of great things for this young, amazing athlete.
Braden Cherry, pitch goes right side to Edgar Garcia. Garcia stutter steps. Picks up 4, maybe 5. Do you want to tell us who the starting line is here tonight for the Cats?
The starting line, starting at left tackle for the Cats, number 52, Alex Patterson. The left guard, number 55, a junior, Jack Garcia. Number 78, the center, Landon Hall. 6'3", 280, by the way. Huge guy.
Yes.
Number 68, the right guard, Dane Wilkinson. And number 65, the right tackle, David Samorano.
Samorano, one of those Cats collecting a state championship ring on Heather Mott's volleyball team. What a majestic run that was last season. We've got an early whistle here by the officials. I guess it's time for me to hit them. So it's Jeffrey Dell, the referee, Guy Giordano, James Sims, Bob Bertagnoli, my old friend from the City of Tucson Parks and Recs Aquatic Department, and then Charles Watson is the back judge tonight. So 1st and 10 for the Cats. Ball at the 30. Handoff goes to Edgar Garcia to the left side. Keeps those legs pumping there. Picks up maybe 6, and it's very close to a 1st down. And it is a 1st down. So I saw Bob Bertagnoli there with the call. And the Cats here moving very methodically. Justin Argraves in year number 2. Well, year 1 can only be classified as a rousing success for the 2nd-year head coach from Cienega. 8-4 on the season, a very tumultuous start to begin things, but the Bobcats got better every week as the season progressed, finishing 8-4. They beat the Verado Vipers 47-36 in the opening round of the playoffs and fell to Horizon, the eventual state champions, 45-21. But that was a gritty run by the Cats last year. And again, for Cat Foothills, I think with them running off 5 straight wins last year to give them some momentum, they beat Saguaro 21-20. They beat Amphi 29-22, Rio Rico 42-3, 49-14 over Empire High School, and 34-0 over Douglas. I thought that would give them momentum coming into this year, but of course they lost a lot of seniors as well.
That's right. And not only did both teams lose a lot of seniors, but they both got a lot of juniors coming up as seniors.
Yes.
To fill those roles.
Play action, swing pass goes here near side, pass is complete. It's Sean Cadena, and Cadena in for a touchdown.
Sean Cadena showing off his wheels that I guess nobody expected.
17 yards on the screen.
He caught the little bubble and just flew past every defender there. Great to see. Wow, that was some unexpected wheels. Great way to start the season. Great drive there. I mean, geez, some unexpected just burst of speed there from Sean Cadena.
Well done. And the kicker is Zane Colson, number 23, the sophomore, a soccer player. Speaking of kickers, you might remember Sean Cadena's name from last year. He was the emergency backup kicker to the sublime Brinley Lorenko, who graduated last year. First team All-Region for her. 38 for 40 on extra points on the season, 1 for 2 on field goals. Cadena came out with ice water in his veins and connected on all of his extra point attempts against the Verado Vipers. And here you see Zane Colson connecting, and the Cats here very quickly up on top, 7-0.
Great drive there. And, you know, last season, the Cienega Bobcats ran more of a quote-unquote vanilla offense. And this year, it looks like they're sticking to the same thing. As we talked to Coach Argraves this morning, how they said he was going to have a very balanced offense, just like kind of just sticking to the plan, just implementing all of these newer people into the plan, and just keep on running it, get them used to it. And just like they said, a vanilla offense. And it's apparently worked so far.
And Braden Cherry, as intellectual as they come, as cerebral as they come at the quarterback position, also as cool as could be with the play action fake. So there you saw it, that little play action. And props here to Lewis Nightingale, the legendary offensive coordinator from the Cats, just dialing up the perfect play in that moment here. And the Bobcats starting off exactly how they want to. A 3-and-out series defensively. A great special teams return on the punt by Jimmy Diaz. A little Edgar Garcia on the run play, and Braden Cherry the play fake. And Sean Cadena with his first touchdown at the varsity level
first
as a
catch,
junior.
First touchdown, and just absolute speed.
I'll never forget that moment.
Never.
Cats all in white here, kicking off from the 40-yard line, and it's Zane Colson here on the kickoff. High kick, not too far. Bounces near side, and Foothills will allow that to go out of bounds for a penalty. So he is a brand new kicker, just in case you're wondering. And the great special teams coach from Cienega, Kevin McCarthy, talked to him earlier today. He's a pretty serious gentleman, and he's in great shape. Did a wonderful job last year with the kicking game with Brindley Lorenko and Sean Cadena. Now doing a great job here developing Zane Colson. He's like, yeah, his accuracy is great. His work ethic is off the charts. We're working on the length on his kickoff, so that's something that we'll expect to see him improving on a week-by-week basis. But for Catalina Foothills, great field position here. 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line.
Looks like they're going to, Cienega is going to stick to the man-to-man defense as it worked for the last drive. Jimmy back on Cole. Oh.
We got a pancake block there. Well, Caden, you talked about the size, and on paper, Catalina Foothills has a definitive size advantage. Yeah. Dalen Davis, number 66, is 6'3", 370. Jason Bourne, number 68, 6'4", 240. Giovanni Arenas, number 70, 6'3", 285. Number 72, Jaden DePerry, is 6'3", 310 pounds. And Isaiah Reyes, 73, is 6'1", 299. That's grade AA American beef there on the offensive line for Cat Foothills. 2nd down and 11. Bourne passes, flare pass goes to the right side. Nifty move there. The receiver lost his footing.
Slipped up there. Samuel Delgado, a junior, 5'7", 175, a nice build. He looked pretty shifty and fast there too on the breakaway, but just lost his footing there.
And there's Malik Ramirez, number 14 on the tackle. Ramirez last year as a junior, he's now a senior, had 3 interceptions. So he stood out to me last year with his play as a coverage linebacker. He's dealing with some slight right knee pain, so he's going to tough it out today. Might be limited in terms of the number of snaps that he gets. And we've got a timeout here called by head coach Daniel Saenz. So with 7:22 on the clock, the Cats of Cienega High School up on top, 7-0.
And one thing I did want to touch on was the fact that only, I think it was 29 Cienega football players will be suiting up today. Or that's what I heard from backup QB Evan Weber. And, you know, that's really not a big number. Some of those players just aren't available right now, and that's okay, but being a little bit underhanded could possibly just not be good later in the game.
And Caden, what you'll see tonight is that there'll be a lot of Cats here who will go both ways. So
yeah,
Karan Watson will go both ways. Jimmy Diaz goes both ways. Let me see. Alex Patterson goes both ways. Adrian Macias both ways. Jack Garcia both ways. David Samorano both ways. Dane Wilkinson both ways. Abe Bury both ways. And that's a lot of players that are going in both directions here. So week 1, it was so hot today. Thankfully, the sun has set. It's a little bit cooler on natural grass as well. But every person that I saw today, cheerleaders, band members, and athletes, I told them the same message. Drink water aplenty. It's super hot out there today. 3rd down and 10. Bourne back to throw. 2 steps. Late blitz there by Ramirez. Pass is complete for a 1st down. And on the reception for Catalina Foothills, it's number 37, Kincaid Berchthold. 13 yards and a 1st down to move the chains. So what you see here with Bourne, Austin Bourne, is that he is very accurate. He also has a strong arm, and he's left-handed, which is relatively unusual at the quarterback position.
Definitely. You know, he's a great pocket passer, as he's already shown in the first, 5 minutes of this game, and he's not afraid to really throw that ball around.
First and 10 from their own 45. Handoff goes right side. Nice cutback here, and it's a gain of 8 yards on the carry by Xavier Norwood Ramirez.
Right, and you said that's one of those players to look out for, coming back as a senior and now taking that role as the starting running back. And earlier today, we also heard from Coach Argraves himself that Cat Foothills is more of a running team and just pretty much running-based team. And really, I feel like I haven't seen a lot of running, but I guess.
Oh, there's a nice run here. So a gain of about 12, maybe 13. Again, Xavier Norwood Ramirez, the X-Man, a first down here from Catalina Foothills. And Caden, they are just running the ball here, very vanilla, ground and pound. When you have a massive offensive line like they do, why not stuff the ball down the other team's throat? You saw lightning off the distance. I did see lightning,
but I feel like in Arizona, you see lightning every night in some way.
That's true. We've had quite a monsoon season here this summer, and of course, we're always thankful for the rain. First and 10, Cat Foothills from the Cienega 30-yard line. Man goes in motion, far side. Run comes near side this direction. And the carrier picks up maybe 3 and tackled out of bounds.
Number 24.
Dane White, number 24, the backup quarterback, who's just a sophomore at 5'7", 150. So we're seeing here some mixing and matching with personnel for Catalina Foothills, mixing a couple of different ball carriers into the mix.
Right.
Austin Bourne in the pistol. Handoff goes left side. Big tackle there by Malik Ramirez. Maybe a single yard on the carry by Dane White. Like to see Malik out there. I talked to him earlier this week and certainly earlier today. First of all the boys from Cienega were dressed to the nines, and Malik was one of those cats as well. I think a lavender shirt with a nice tie. But the boys, a lot of those kids were rocking the sockless look. I would say that's the Italian look, which I think is very fresh. Definitely. So it's third down now and 4 yards to go. Austin Bourne in the pistol. 2 wideouts near side, 1 on the top of the screen. High snap, Bourne handles it. Pumps, fires, throws. The ball is complete, but the ball is maybe a yard or 2 on the reception. On the catch, it was Xavier Norwood Ramirez.
I know we already talked about how beautiful it is out tonight, but now you can see the city of Tucson all lit up, and it's just like as if you're in a movie. It just looks so cool. I mean,
it's dazzling.
Most definitely one of the best high school views, like campus views.
So they gave him the first down there on the spot. So a first down here moves the chains forward. I talked to Jeff earlier. He's one of the linesmen there on the chain gang. Just kind of pregame, I was like, dude, you got a good spot here in the shade. He's like, exactly. He's like, you're not my partner, are you? I said, no, not tonight. Handoff near side. Plenty of room to go here. And into the end zone for a touchdown. 20 yards on the touchdown run by Samuel Delgado.
Samuel Delgado showing off some of his speed there, running right behind his huge blockers, because, you know, that's what we were talking about, how they have such a big O-line and D-line, and that could be a problem if Cienega does not learn how to move around that. But just a great run there, very elusive running back, as you can see. He followed his blockers and got right through the gap.
Great cutback.
Right in there.
There was so much space there in that center part of the defense. So well executed here, and you see it's clicking now for Cat Foothills. And well, the extra point goes off the left upright. There is a flag on the play. It's an offsides against Cienega. I think the extra point was converted. It hit off the left upright and went through, and the kick was good by Anthony Deeb, the senior place kicker for Catalina Foothills.
Now, one thing, as I said before, you know how I said there are only 29 people. A bunch of those players out there are actually sophomores and even some freshmen pulled up to play. And, I mean, very, I wouldn't say unexperienced, but definitely new, playing their first varsity game as a sophomore or freshman.
Well, like I said, they're going to retry the extra point. So I thought it went through off the left upright. Here it is again.
Ooh,
Anthony Deeb now drills this one right down the middle. So just like that, the Falcons of Catalina Foothills High School striking back. We're tied at 7 with 4:34 on the clock in the first quarter.
Michigan State is my team.
I know Michigan State's your team. Who are they rolling over tonight, Caden?
Western Michigan. I mean, I've been to Michigan State and Western Michigan, both very nice colleges, campuses. But I mean, honestly, MSU is just such a amazing team in everything. They're just perfect.
Sparty.
Of course, in the heart. It's in my blood.
Basketball, I would say a basketball blue blood program. But very interesting here shaping out tonight, right? So what we thought on paper would be Catalina Foothills' massive offensive line just trying to bulldoze their way against the Cienega defensive front. And very effectively in that drive here. And here we are on the grass.
Very, very nice grass field. Elusive back now.
Correct.
Also, just having one of the, I think the best stats as running back at Cienega last year.
That's right. Best yard per carry average is 7.6. Play action. Cherry. Oh, incomplete. The pass was delivered right on the money to Ethan Billings, in and out of his hands, maybe slightly behind him.
Maybe. I think it was catchable. I think, you know what, everybody, especially juniors playing their first varsity game, might have a couple of nerves, you know, and it's something to get over. And Ethan Billings is a great wide receiver and corner. I played against him myself. He's great. So, you know, it could just be first game jitters. I'm sure he'll get a hold of himself and get right.
But you see Cienega, right? They're trying to open the running game through the play action passing.
That's right.
So if they start to make some receptions here and start to click with the passing game, that will open up the running lanes for them. So kind of like going in reverse, if you will. The Cats have two receivers near side, one far side, carrying the pistol. We've got a flag down on the play. Flare pass here goes to Edgar Garcia. Garcia stutter steps across the 40 and runs out to the track. Let's see what the flag is here on the play. It's a packed house, Caden. There are no empty seats here.
0 empty seats. I love
People
to
are
see
scrambling, looking, hoping, searching, looking for any open nook or cranny that they can slide into.
That's right. I agree.
It's like sardines in a can. Everybody's packed in tightly.
Catfoot just has such a nice campus, nice facility. It's almost like you said earlier, community college campus. And, I mean, there's 2 stories to, like, almost every building. Huge gym.
Yes.
Just so much.
A beautiful gym.
Just such a great campus. And not only that, but their snack line, apparently starting next week, they're going to be serving Chick-fil-A.
I saw that. $5 Chick-fil-A.
That's crazy. I mean.
This is like a junior college campus.
Yes, completely.
All right, waiting to see what the penalty is here. So we have an illegal block in the back against Cienega. That will be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, and a replay here of 3rd down. So it's going to be 3rd down and long. It looks like it's about 3rd and 18 yards. Waiting for my guy, Bob Bertagnoli, longtime aquatic director, City of Tucson Aquatics. I think I was the oldest lifeguard in the city at that time that I was a lifeguard. That was about 20 years ago as well. But
yeah.
Spots it there, and it's 3rd and 18. Maybe actually 3rd and 22. Let's check that.
I heard there could have been some bad blood between Catfoot and Cienega, as some of the players today said that there were a lot of trash talking from Catfoot. But, you know, tonight it's just hopefully a good sportsmanship game and just lots of love between the team, and hopefully nothing too serious. You know, it does get a little bit competitive sometimes, but right now it's just about, you know, the love for the game.
Cherry back to throw, going far side. There's a connection. It's Jimmy Diaz. Superfly Jimmy Diaz off to the races. Touchdown, Cats.
Jimmy Diaz doing his stuff.
Well, it was 75 yards on the reception. Diaz just running a superfly streak. Kaboom!
Just blew past him. I thought the DB had gotten there, but it just a perfect throw from Braden Cherry there too. Dot all the way to the casa. I like it. It was beautiful. Jimmy Diaz super hyped up about that. Now score 13-7. Bobcats lead.
That was a cherry bomb. Kaboom from Braden Cherry to Jimmy Superfly Diaz. 75 yards on the touchdown reception. And now the extra point here. And it's the sophomore, Zane Colson. Bit of a high snap there. And the kick is up, and it's good. And the Bobcats strike back quickly, 14-7, with 2:11 on the clock in the first quarter.
That's right. And if they can, you know, continue this, even if it's just back and forth, and they hold the bleed, they get the ball at half. They did kick it off. They had that 3-and-out to start off the quarter, and that really benefited them because they scored on the first drive with Sean Candino there. And, you know, Bobcats are looking really solid tonight with this new core offense. Lots of juniors, lots of new people. First varsity game, probably a lot of jitters, but you know what? It's all for the love of football, and it's just great to be back.
Well, you got to give some kudos there to Lewis Nightingale, the excellent, innovative offensive coordinator from Cienega, going for the whole kit and caboodle. 75 yards on the reception. Jimmy Diaz, superfly from Braden Cherry, cherry bomb, and a nice extra point converted there by Zane Colson. Cats 14-7. Want to throw this out there. Nick Irvin told me that our graphics are down. We've been having internet connectivity issues. We should have resolved those here on the road. So you'll be seeing hopefully some clean video and audio. But no score, no graphics. I'll be updating you very frequently here with the score. 14-7 Cats, 2:10 on the clock. Good return here out across the 25-yard line. And the ball was returned by number 1.
Now,
Andrew Islas, the junior kick returner from Catalina Foothills.
As I was watching Catfoot warm up, you know, they seemed very comfortable in their own shoes, you know, moving around a lot, having fun, laughing, just all around, just doing their thing. And, you know, even over at their end zone on the right side of the field, they got into a big huddle and, you know, started yelling. And when they did that, Cienega kind of looked over, and then they started, like, getting hyped too, just to show, like, you know, we're not going to get intimidated by that. But
a lot of emotions here. And Caden, if the early going here in this excellent action-packed first quarter is any indication, we can expect this game to go down to the wire. Both teams trading haymakers like two boxers in the center of a boxing ring.
That's right. Great comparison.
Let me throw some shouts out there very quickly. Kim Middleton, our great principal at Cienega High School. My guy, Chris Witosh, our great assistant principal. Steph Magnuson. And then Justin Argraves, the head coach from the Cats, is also my principal in the 400 house. Chris DeRozier, my athletic director. And Steve Schween, our weight and conditioning guy. And Joe Islas, the great trainer from Cienega. I want to throw some shouts. Wide open, Cole Rivas near side. A great reception across the 30-yard line.
Cole Rivas being guarded there from Ari
50
Dubin.
yards.
Ari Dubin getting burnt a little bit there. I think he got caught off guard because Cole Rivas gave that little step and Ari just bit on it. It happens. He's a junior, you know, lots to learn. However, Ari, one of the, I think, probably the fastest kid on the team. I heard he ran a 10.98 100-meter dash.
Fast.
Moving. Just absolutely a speedster. And kind of surprising to see him get beat there by Cole. But, I mean, Cole has done nothing but show us that he's got wheels.
So 50 yards there on the reception. We've seen that connection a couple of times here early. Austin Bourne to Cole Rivas. on just a straight fly pattern on the near sideline. And Rivas, great hands. We knew that coming in. The great size and height, we knew that coming in. The speed, a little surprising to me, but he's very quick out there. 1st and 10, Cat Foothills. Run goes to the right side. There's a good tackle down there in space. And it's River Reese who's flexing right there.
Yeah.
I love his energy.
He definitely has some
big energy.
Oh, yeah, devious energy. He's ready to just go for people. I like that, though. That's very, very good, very linebacker-ish, if that makes sense.
It does make sense. He's got the grit, and he's got the willpower there, the toughness. He's actually kind of seeking and thirsty to dish out some punishment at that linebacker position. Flare pass goes far side. The pass is complete.
Ooh.
It'll be a gain of maybe 4 or 5 on the catch. It'll set up a 3rd down and about 4 yards to go.
Trevian Moore there, junior, used to be quarterback, has a just monster arm.
He's huge.
Can throw probably about 60 yards on the, just a great quarterback. Now moved to linebacker because of his size. Just a great athlete. Seemed a little confused there because he thought he had him down, but it looks like
Foothills
he kept
here
going.
gets a snap off, and they're going for it here in the near corner. A joust, ball's intercepted by Diaz. Yes, it is, and he was pushed off there by Rivas. That should be an interception in the end zone. Yes, it was. Touchback there. So surprised that Cat Foothills trying to rush that snap off there at the end of the quarter. But a push off there by Rivas and Jimmy Superfly Diaz, the interception. The Cats will have 1st and 10 for their own 20 as we open the 2nd quarter.
Jimmy Diaz doing his thing per usual. I mean, comes out, flies by somebody for a 75-yard touchdown.
Yes.
Come back, catches the interception, lockdown corner.
Yes.
Just an amazing wide receiver. Honestly, if we're talking NFL comparisons, I see him as I know it's going to sound like a Brandon Cooks, like back in his prime, like just a speedster. Or maybe like a, honestly.
Give me a comp. Give me a current comp here. I would love to see who you think that he plays like. He's super.
As a wide receiver?
He's very strong. He's very tall and athletic. He's
DeAndre Hopkins.
6'3". So DeAndre Hopkins
is like
type of a
6'6".
receiver. I mean, he's a big, tall, athletic specimen.
Maybe
Again,
maybe Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams, Justin Jefferson. I don't know. He plays like all these people combined.
Like these are all current comps. All guys that I know were drafted in the 1st round of fantasy football in Chris Salvaggio's fantasy football league. So good stuff here. A great interception and a big momentum shift there. Again, a little surprised that Austin Bourne trying to get that snap off in time. Often a team is happy to go into the end of the quarter, kind of get reset, maybe draw up an offensive play. But rushing it there, Diaz with great coverage despite being pushed off by Rivas to make that interception. Again, so good going vertical and also making catches like supinely on his back.
Little pitch play there.
Edgar Garcia goes left side. So, Caden, I wonder if Edgar Garcia has the Edgar haircut that's so popular these days.
You know what? I think he has more of a mullet, and I think me and him and a lot of other players on the team go to the same barber. Oscar, he's at True Cuts, shout out him.
Tell me who your barber is. We'll give him a shout out.
Oscar something. He works at True Cuts down in Tucson. Go check him out. Literally about 20 people go to him at our school. So, and I know that Edgar Garcia is one of those people. So, he's always clean cuts, great guy, he's super funny, super friendly.
Very good. So go Oscar. Was it Oscar?
Oscar at True Cuts.
True Cuts in Tucson. All right, 2nd down and 9. Cherry on the rollout here. Goes near side. Pass is complete. There's Gavin Peterson. Little stop and go. Gets across the 35-yard line. 13 yards on the reception and a 1st down for Cienega.
One person we haven't really talked about, Tom and Tep. Wide receiver out there, number 9. Really, really great basketball player. I think around 6'5".
Tom O'Connor and Tep is a very fluid basketball player.
I
would describe him as a high-flying, super athletic wing. So I'm super excited. We've got some great coaches coming into Cienega High School. We've got Coach Argreaves in year 2. We've got Jason Apodaca as the new men's basketball coach. We've got Coach Mark Kornichuk, who's taken over the women's volleyball program.
Oh.
And here's Edgar Garcia up the middle here with a full head of steam coming near side. A huge gain out across the 10-yard line.
Edgar Garcia showing off his wheels there. I mean, not after he showed off his wheels, I mean, he did run a little bit out of steam, but
55 yards on the run by Edgar Garcia.
55-yard gain.
His biggest carry, the biggest run here tonight to this point.
Split right up the middle. Great blocking there from Cienega's O-line. Landon Hall being a huge force.
Yes. And
Senior,
a captain, the center.
Captain.
He is, I would say, a gentle giant. I mean, I know he doesn't play gently on the field.
Oh, yeah, but
he's
in real
all
life,
aggression. But in the classroom, he's an astute student, athlete in every sense of the word. He is a leader who leads by example, does not speak very loudly, but when he does, he commands respect and attention. Cats first and 10 from the Cat Foothills 10-yard line. Stacked up there, there were a quartet of Falcons on the tackle converging on Garcia.
A little bit of talking I see there from number 44 on the Foothills. Tyler Tellum, the middle linebacker for Catfoot, having a little conversation there with one of our O-linemen as one of our O-linemen kind of pushed him off, Karan Watson there.
Some chatting. Right, and here's a player, you just mentioned Karan Watson, number 4, who's a senior now. Last year, he was in that mix at wide receiver. He's kind of taking over like the Gunnar Hernandez role from last year, if that makes sense. So now we're looking at a second down from the 11-yard line, and Coach Argraves skips onto the field to call a timeout quickly.
I think I know why. Ari Dubin, I don't know if he was completely knowing what to do. He looked a little confused there, you know, on the outside. But last year on JV, he was a great player. Always burnt whoever was guarding him man-to-man, just flew past him, caught it. Just a great wide receiver all around, hard worker, great work ethic, just all around great player. And, you know, he's probably learning a couple of things now that he's with Varsity, especially playing with Jimmy Diaz and Karan Watson, people like that. It's like playing with Steph Curry. You know, you're just going to get better with better people around you.
That's right. One of those kind of players.
Yeah.
He lifts everybody's game around him.
Most definitely.
Let me throw another shout out there. So I went to pick up the TV Van 4 from our good friends at the Vail Transportation Department, run by Jerry Brown, my old colleague at Cienega. And I ran into Darcy Mentone, the communications director at the Vail School District, and I saw Stacy Winstrig, who is the leader of COVE, Citizens of Vail Education. I saw Jen Anderson and Mr. Buster. I don't know his first name, but Anderson Buster is a ticket that is running for the Vail Governing Board, and that's a ticket that I think is a very promising duo. So we'll be talking to them at some point as election date nears, Tuesday, November the 8th, to our 18-year-old cats there at Cienega High School. When you turn 18, be sure to register to vote. We want you to be informed, active voters as part of this democratic republic within which we live. All right, so we're looking here at second down. Cherry back to throw, goes near side. Off of the deflection. Great coverage there by Xavier Norwood Ramirez. Intended target was Jimmy Diaz. Great deflection there.
I agree. Norwood Ramirez, one of the players who, like you said, is playing on both sides of the ball as he starts at running back and it seems corner or safety. Not sure which one he was sitting there at, but great deflection there. Jimmy Diaz still almost caught it in the back of that end zone.
And what I was trying to say before, Karan Watson as a tight end this year, he is a big physical specimen at 6'4". He's also very intelligent. I've got him in my government class, and I want to see him, I expect to see him utilized and deployed by Louis Nightingale as a pass receiving tight end. As a big body here, let's see if they dial his number up. He's slotted to the right side, two at outs far side, Cherry in the pistol, and we've got whistles down on the field.
9 minutes and 33 seconds left in the second quarter. I'm not sure if our graphics are back up yet, but
the clock, whoever's operating the clock has been off tonight. So down in distance has been missing here this evening. So I think that's something that the officials are trying to remedy and get back on point.
It looks like our graphics or screen is out completely.
Do we still have audio, Corinne? All right, that's fine. We're going to keep rolling with it here. Pass goes near side, Edgar Garcia. Garcia is crunched by a trio of Falcons. A late flag here now. We'll see what the call is.
Possibly a late hit there as Edgar Garcia, not taking it from anybody, got right back up and retaliated.
So the head linesman here with a late flag. He threw the flag here near side, and we've got 4 officials here all converging and discussing this to see what the call is. So 9:24 on the clock, second quarter. Cienega on top, 14-7. The Bobcats are driving. Dead ball, personal foul, late hit going against Catalina Foothills. These types of penalties just kill a team's momentum.
Most definitely.
And infuriate and frustrate a coach to no end.
Most definitely. And you could see, I don't know if you can see, but the cheerleaders, Cienega Bobcats, came all the way from Cienega, about 45 minutes away, and so did the band. Shout out to them.
Yes, Grant Knox, the band director. I don't know who the coach is at the Spirit Line. I should know that. I'll know by next game. But they are a talented, dynamic, energetic group, certainly full of spirit. I've got two of them in my classes, Ashlyn Sanders and Kaylee Slattery, two of my favorites there on the squad. But super spirited. They've got those copper and navy pom-poms. And the crowd across the way, as you mentioned earlier, Caden, is packed to the brim. Completely
dedicated and shows love and support for this team. I mean, what else can we ask for, honestly? It's just a great community out for the boys in Boys in Vale.
Yes, hashtag the Boys in Vale. That's their Twitter handle. So 9:24 on the clock. Second quarter. Cienega coming off of the field. And they're going to attempt a field goal. The field goal will be 25 yards in distance.
And the kicker,
Evan Weber is the holder, and the kicker is Zane Colson. 25-yard attempt. Kick is up.
Right down the pipe.
And it's wide left.
He missed?
He hooked it wide left.
Oh, he did. Jeez.
He had the distance,
hard
but
angle.
Slightly, and it was hard to tell how far wide left it was. But he pulled or hooked that kick. But I like the attempt there, and I kind of like the calculus here, trying to factor in, just to add to your lead a little bit there.
Most definitely. Now, 9 minutes and 19 seconds. Bobcats lead by 7 in the second quarter. Both teams look to be definitely excited for this new season to start, and both teams putting in their all, you could tell. I mean, what are some things you've noticed from Catfoot's offense that Cienega's had troubles with so far?
The running game. And also they've had some problems, some lapses in coverage defensively when Austin Bourne dials up a long pass. So Foothills has been very balanced here, running and throwing the football. Their offensive line has been a handful for Cienega, as you see there, scurrying there on that run, picking up about 4 yards on the carry. So Samuel Delgado, 4 yards on the carry, 2nd and 6.
You could tell he's just a great running back as he turns something from nothing.
Exactly, nothing into something.
Nothing into something. Sorry, a
little bit of magic conjuring there.
Yeah, just cut back in, found the hole, got right in there, and actually gained a couple of yards. And still, you could see lightning off in the distance. Such a cool thing to see out in this Arizona sky.
Nice cool breeze. We've got a nice, almost a half moon up there tonight. Looking beautifully here. And a nice cool breeze, which we're thankful for. 2nd and 7. Bourne back to throw. Comes near side. There's the screen. The pass is complete to Cole Rivas. Rivas picks up maybe a yard on the reception. So now it's 3rd down and 8 yards to go. Again, pregame, just kind of walking the turf. I was out there with Coach Dimencio Solorzano, Coach Solo, as he's affectionately known by his colleagues and players on the campus of Cienega High School. The field's a little uneven, so it's a natural grass field, which I love.
I do love that
but there's some potholes out there, some divots out there on the grass. 3rd down and 8. Bourne. Pass complete near side, and I think that's a 1st down. Absolutely. The pass is complete to 37. Kincaid Berchthold, the senior receiver at 6'2". He's been pretty active tonight.
That was a great pass. I mean, a laser almost, as Malik Ramirez almost just barely missed it, just almost tipped it.
Right.
And you could see he was a little angry at that.
Late penalty here. That's going to go against Cienega. There's probably somebody chirping. And River Reese with his palms outstretched tells me that that's River who was the culprit. So off River Reese goes. And coming on to the field here for the Cats, it's number 55, Jack Garcia, the junior.
And we'll see what the flag is for here in a second.
And Caden, Austin Bourne, we knew coming in, was highly accurate as a quarterback in his limited action last season. 69% completion percentage, which is superlative, especially for a high school quarterback. And Foothills here is showing a lot of grit and moxie and some great balance.
Most definitely. I love to see. Oh.
So a 15-yard penalty here for unsportsmanlike against River, and that moves the chains another 15 yards. So helping out Foothills as they approach, well, they're at the 47-yard line, 1st and 10 from their own 47.
You know what? River's attitude is kind of like a Ray Lewis attitude almost, like a that's the best way I can
Great
explain
energy. You got to be under control a little bit, right?
Yeah.
But I still like the enthusiasm.
Most definitely.
So the ball is carried on the left side. It'll be a gain of 3 yards on the play.
And it is hot. It is hot out. It's almost
hot.
humid.
And Jack Garcia on the tackle. But it is. It's a stifling heat. And again, I feel for the fans out there because we were here at 4:30. We were the first people here. The band was out there practicing in the sweltering sun midfield under their band director, and I'm looking forward to them participating in the halftime show. Want to see what their theme is. It's a Halloween theme, so I'm not sure if we'll get some songs from The Nightmare Before Christmas, the old animated classic from Tim Burton, but it's 2nd down and 6 yards to go for Catalina Foothills. Austin Bourne, so cool there at quarterback. Hands off the ball, right side. Maybe 2 yards and then stocked up by 3 or 4 Bobcats.
Malik Ramirez actually seems pretty hyped up tonight.
Yeah.
As he's walking around the huddle, just, you know, trying to push up the energy.
He's gritting it out. I know he's got a sleeve on his right knee. And he told me today, he's like, they're going to keep me in check for about 20 plays. But I think he's going over that here already tonight. Again, one of those quartet of captains. And any player wants to be out there competing and gritting and going through whatever the obstacle might be. For Ramirez, it's a bulky right knee. 3rd down and 6 yards to go. 6:13 on the clock. He's going to get up on top, 14-7. Austin Bourne back to throw. Pumps, fires. Passes too low.
Good hit.
Incomplete.
Who
There
was
in
that?
coverage for the
Sean?
Cats. It was Sean Cadena. Cadena, the first touchdown tonight.
Also, not only starting on offense, but starting on defense at strong safety, I think. A great, just a great player all around. Yep, free safety, actually, sorry. Sean Cadena, the junior, starting at free safety and slot wide receiver there.
And in case of an emergency, he could come off the bench as a place kicker.
That's right.
To kick extra points or a
He has
field goal
great
potentially.
leg.
It's a
He's
nice,
very athletic, played soccer.
nice luxury there to have for special teams coach Kevin McCarthy. Bourne back to throw. Pass is complete. Scaling up to catch that one. Enough for a 1st down. Sky high on that reception for the Falcons. And it's number 87. I think it was 87. I don't have that player rostered, so we'll double check that. And we'll come back to you. What's up, boys? Got some Cats here who have made the trek here as fans. There's probably some room on the other side of the bleachers. There's no room over here. But you guys drive safely. It's good to see you guys, always. Let's go. So 1st and 10, 5:40 on the clock. Ball is at the 44-yard line. Bourne hands off. Carrier runs near side. He's got plenty of space to go. Nice spin move. Picks up 15 yards on the carry.
Very athletic spin move.
And it's Dane
there.
White.
The backup QB showing that he can.
He's got some nifty speed.
Maybe the QB isn't the position for him. I think maybe that should be running back or maybe even slot receiver. He's got some wheels and some moves, some very, very.
He'll probably be in the mix next season at the
Most
quarterback
definitely.
position. But it's a nice luxury to have when you've got somebody who is as nimble and fleet of foot. And then the quarterbacks, they know the playbook inside and outside, frontways and backwards, diagonally, kind of like Wonka's factory, the Great Glass Wonkavator. All right, it's 1st and 10 here. Bourne in the pistol. Ball's at 26. Handoff near side, and you've got a couple of Cats there stacking it up. And there's Landon Hall on defense. So Hall now going both ways, and that's an adjustment from Justin Argraves, who is his own defensive coordinator, trying to match up in terms of mass on the defensive line to try to meet the size and mass of that Cat Foothills offensive line.
Most definitely. Landon Hall, just a really, really big dude, but not only is he big, but he's has a lot of agility, very athletic, and he just proved that right there. You know, getting through that offensive line and making the tackle.
Timeout taken by Justin Argraves for Cienega. 4:33 on the clock, 2nd quarter. Cienega on top, 14-7. Boy, it is hot though, Caden. There's no doubt
hot.
about it. I mean, I was telling the same message again to everybody that I encountered. Drink water, stay in the shade. I brought some sunscreen. I just put a little bit on my neck. If I put it on my face, it would just be streaming off of me in sweat, a cascade of sweat. So we've got some fair-skinned cats out here. But again, a good time for me to hit and mention the Bobcat TV crew from Cienega High School. Nick Irvin is our director. Corinne Fitzpatrick is our audio engineer. Brianna Cueto is running camera down on the field. Nick Powell is our guy in the sky running the high camera. Bailey Irwin making her debut tonight on Bobcat TV as a field reporter. Ben Gonzalez is running graphics. Kirsten Larson is running a camera. Brady Carson is running a camera down on the field. Justin Romero is here kind of supervising and switching all the different camera angles and shots. Kaden Abranovich is my color analyst. We have Jessica Schoonover also running a camera. Eduardo Heil is right next to me on my right side taking statistics. And I'm Jason Miller on play-by-play for Bobcat TV.
It is so... I feel like it's humid. I feel like I'm back in Michigan in the summer. It's
yeah,
just
like 50% humidity, which we're not really accustomed to in the old Pueblo. It feels like I'm in Washington, D.C. as well. All right, 2nd down and 10. Man goes in motion to the far side. Bourne hands off, and you see that defensive player there. Trevion Moore.
I would be so scared of Trevion
Saw him earlier.
Moore.
I met him today, earlier today. Huge physical stature.
Not only is he huge, but probably the most humble person I've ever met.
Super nice guy.
He told me that when it comes to showing off and everything, he'll always wear a long sleeve shirt or sweatpants just because he doesn't want to, you know, show off his muscles. He's the nicest guy ever.
He's got huge arms.
That's right. Yeah, he's huge. He's absolutely huge.
And his dad is one of the assistants here, Coach Moore, at Cienega High School. So it's 3rd down and 12 here. And you see Coach Justin Argraves, the defensive wizard, conjuring up some different schemes here, trying to confuse and slow down the methodical Falcon attack. Bourne near side. Off of the fingertips, incomplete. Karan Watson there late. He may have deflected it out of the hands of the intended target from Catalina Foothills, who is being implored here to catch the ball. It's Kincaid Berchthold in and out of his hands, but I think Watson was there to tip it out of his fingertips.
Most definitely. We've heard some things from Catfoot tonight. Lots of pass the balls, lots of, you know, different.
Some frustration.
Yes, definitely some frustration.
Great energy as well. It's a mix.
Definitely.
Just like any crowd can be.
Most definitely. But here it's just so packed and hot. Very hot.
So 4th down and 12, and Foothills going for it here. Why not? The ball's at the 27-yard line. And there's an offside.
Trevion Moore just got.
Trevion Moore there jumping the gun. So encroachment or offsides, it'll be plus 5 yards here for Catalina Foothills. And it should make it 4th and 8 yards to go for the Falcons. Again, you like the enthusiasm. He's got a high motor. He wants to get involved in there as a disruptor, pass rusher.
And even after he got pancaked, the play after he got that tackle, number 73 there for Catfoot, the lineman.
Isaiah Reyes.
Yeah, he pancaked Trey, and they both got up and just slapped each other's helmets.
Bourne sidearm pass. Oh, great job there to try to snare that one out of bounds and incomplete. But I like Bourne there going a little bit sidearm to try to elude any like defensive hands that might be in the way to deflect that pass.
Most
so
definitely.
We're seeing some different angles there, some different throwing angles. Well-delivered, well-placed pass, just a little bit too wide here near side. So the Bobcats of Cienega High School will take over on downs, 1st and 10 from their own 27.
And, you know, everybody is here tonight. Everybody's excited. We have a 3-day weekend coming up, Labor Day.
Yes.
Everybody is excited for that. And, you know, it's just an extra day to just rest and, you know, take some time for ourselves.
Oh, I got a text from my friend Beth Thompson. Hello, friend. Julie Henry is the cheer coach from the Bobcat Spirit Line. I knew that. Interception. The ball is picked at the 40-yard line. It's Samuel Delgado on the interception. So a timely pick there, jumping the route. And maybe Cherry had his targets locked in there on the receiver, which I think was Karan Watson. But Samuel Delgado, the interception, a huge turnover here.
I love
and the Falcons
the
back in
energy.
business at the Bobcat 40-yard line with 3:36 on the clock.
Samuel Delgado, after that interception there, got right up and just, shrugged his shoulders and said, I do this. I'm him. And he, really is showing that he could do some stuff. A great player all around, fast, elusive.
Well, this will be a test here. This could be a huge lift for Foothills if they get any points on the board going into the halftime. Bourne, flare pass, far side.
Swing.
Pass is complete, plenty of space to operate. A gain of 8 on the reception by Xavier Norwood Ramirez, the X-Man.
Very, very great teams tonight, headbutting almost, going back and forth. Like you said, those haymakers, and they're not stopping yet. Now in the second quarter here, it seems Cienega is a little bit more quiet on offense as we have not really gotten the ball a lot. But, this is just a chance for Cienega to show up on defense.
2nd and 4.
Bomb.
Airing it up here. Rivas catches it, and he's down at the 2-yard line. What a reception by Cole Rivas. 27 yards on the catch by the 6'5" senior wideout. He's got those tackified gloves. They're fluorescent green. In traffic there. And it was over Ari Dubin, who's having a little bit of a tough time here tonight.
Yeah, he is. But, a 6'5" dude catching it over you when you're about 5'9", it's going to be hard to guard. But, Ari was on his hip. It's just, 6'5".
1st and goal, Foothills.
Great catch.
From the 3-yard line. And there's a false start on the left side of the line. So that'll back it up 5 yards, and it'll make it 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. Just waiting for the official signal here by the referees. All right, so I think we have a timeout here taken by Justin Argraves from Cienega.
One thing I wanted to talk about, so we've shouted out a lot of people tonight, but
yes,
one person or a couple of people who have not really shouted out is some of the coaches for Cienega. We have Coach Cam Gaddis, that's the DB coach over there, probably one of the best coaches in, I'd say, Southern AZ, as his Instagram page is always growing. I saw a couple days ago, Evan Weber just, doing some drills with Cam Gaddis. Cam Gaddis is always, taking the opportunity to make people better. And one of his sayings is 2% better every day.
I like it.
I love that.
It's a good motto to have. Constant improvement, constantly striving to be better. I forgot to shout out myself. So the Vail Coffee truck was down there, and I'm sure I'm mispronouncing the name. But Mark Tate, the long time governing board member, a very affable figure in the Vail community. I know he was at Andrada Poly helping those kiddos with their senior exit project. Want to throw a shout out to him and the Vail Coffee stop. All right, handoff. Samuel Delgado close. And he's down at the 1-yard line. Delgado has been a handful.
Most definitely. Got an interception. Definitely a couple of yards receiving and rushing.
5'7", 175. And again, Caden Abranovich, those short ball carriers that are very kind of low center of gravity, very difficult. They get lost among the trees there, the big, tall linemen, and they're very nimble and able to kind of find their way through any crevice or crack.
It's very fast, too.
Handoff Delgado. And Delgado's in there, I think.
Stuffed at the line.
Waiting for the signal. Touchdown. Samuel Delgado.
We are in a close game now. Almost approaching halftime. 1 minute, 54 seconds left. Now score 13-14. The Cats hold on to the lead, but just by 1. And we will see if they continue to hold on to it at this free kick here. Or not free kick, I'm sorry. Extra point here. Goodness. Been playing a little bit too much FIFA. Free kick.
Well, remember, it was an interception that set up this drive here. And Delgado, his second touchdown run. The extra point is up, and it is good. And now we are deadlocked at 14 all with 1:54 on the clock going into halftime. Anthony Deeb converting his second extra points tonight. 14 all. What a great game here I thought it would be excellent, right? And again, the intriguing matchup to me on paper, Caden, was the massive size of the offensive front from Catalina Foothills. Again, I'm just going to go down the line here. Dalen Davis, 6'3", 370. John Bourne, 6'4", 240. Giovanni Arenas, 6'3", 285. Jaden Noperi, 6'3", 310. And Isaiah Reyes at 6'1", 299 pounds.
Jeez.
Again, I called it grade double A American beef. That's a line you would love to run behind right there.
Most
Just getting the job done running the football.
And there's a pleasant aroma in the air, actually. Smells like burgers. Definitely like.
Oh, the grill's grilling.
Great.
I would not want to be operating the grill tonight.
No.
Unless they have misters right around the grill, which I doubt.
Yeah, this is, you know.
So we'll see. Now, remember earlier, it was a very opportunistic onside kick that was converted.
Now Cienega probably on their toes, ready for it.
By Anthony Deeb. Now Deeb here is just cranking it up. And this one booms all the way back into the end zone for a touchback. Was there a block that you saw there?
No. Rivas is the kicker too, huh? Rivas. He just kicked the ball off.
Oh, Cole Rivas kicked that one off.
He
so
did.
You sure it was 6?
Yep, I'm sure.
All right, so there it was. So Rivas here getting some high fives, made a superlative catch over a defender to set up that Samuel Delgado 1-yard touchdown plunge. But Rivas, as advertised tonight, with the hands, we knew coming in at 6'5", he was a big target, but he's got great speed and able to separate himself in a crowd, and also an elite volleyball player for Catalina Foothills High School as a senior. So the Bobcats of Cienega High School, 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line, tied at 14, 1:54 on the clock, second quarter. Braden Cherry, his last pass intercepted. 2 wide outs near side, handoff goes up the middle. Little stutter step, Edgar Garcia ducks under a blocker and is wrapped up after picking up 3 yards on the gain.
Honestly, the main word I think of, or the main comparison, honestly, for Edgar Garcia, Dalvin Cook. If I'm being honest, such an elusive back, can really make something out of nothing, and just so much speed and just quicks, just side, go just pretty much anywhere.
Minute 25 on the clock. Cherry in the pistol. Steps, throws, fires. Screen pass there is complete. Actually, it was a slant to Jimmy Diaz. Diaz picks up 8 yards and a first down for the Cats. Diaz, a 75-yard touchdown catch earlier. Also an interception in the end zone to thwart a Cat Foothills drive at the end of the first quarter. So Jimmy Superfly Diaz, as advertised, bringing his A game tonight as well. Bobcats 1st and 10. Ball's at their own 36. 1:04 on the clock and counting. Tick-tock down to a minute now. 2 wideouts near, 2 wideouts far. Cherry in the pistol. Edgar Garcia next to him. Cherry slant near side to Diaz, this time on the right side. Diaz 9 yards on the reception, and it's 2nd down and 1.
Just Jimmy Diaz.
I think the Cats are out of timeouts too, Caden.
They better get in the hurry up offense then.
Jimmy slow getting up here.
I think he fell on his arm a little bit.
Or
maybe his leg.
He's asking for a hand up, and he gets pulled up by
his arm.
Gavin Peterson, one of the captains for Cienega, and slowly walking off here. Kind of slapped his helmet
calf
there on the right side, and off he goes. So he picks up 10. It's a first down. The clock is stopped here with 47 seconds, and now it runs as the referee winds the clock. 42 seconds and counting. Second quarter, tied at 14. It's been a great game here tonight, opening week, Catalina Foothills High School. A beautiful vista and venue under a half moon tonight on the 2nd of September. Cherry back to throw. He's got all the time in the world. Down the middle of the field. Oh, in and out of the hands. A great job there by Samuel Delgado to wrench the football out of the hands of Ari Dubin. It was in his hands, and it was just wrested out by Samuel Delgado, who's been great tonight. Delgado, a pair of touchdowns, 20 yards and 1 yard on the evening, and an interception.
Sam Delgado there, just, I wouldn't say cocky, but definitely knows his place after he got up, deflected that, and just, crossed his arms, is like not happening in my zone. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Ari Dubin there almost did snag that.
Almost in traffic. It would have been a great catch by him. But again, it was Delgado at the last moment just punching it out. 2nd down and 10, 26 seconds on the clock. Cherry under pressure now. Full blitz. Screen pass incomplete. just hurried just enough on that one. Dubin was his intended target. There were 4 blue jerseys in the face of Braden Cherry. 22 seconds on the clock, 3rd down and 10.
Dubin looks like he is a little bit off his game tonight. Not having the best night defensively or offensively yet, but, you know, maybe after halftime he could come up and get in the right mindset, because he's definitely a key part to this team as he's starting on defense and offense, or at least so far today.
Bobcats, again, all in white, going left to right. Catalina Foothills, the midnight blue jerseys, white pants, white helmets, platinum accents, 3rd down and 10. Cherry back to throw. He's got some time here. Nice job by Garcia to pick up the blitz. Goes for Jimmy Diaz, just overthrown. Almost hit my camera guy down there. Brianna Cueto and Kirsten Larson was there, and I see them both. And Edgar Gonzalez, the 3 of them are all commiserating with each other, saying like, oh boy, that was really close. And now you see an official from Catalina Foothills saying, you guys need to move back a little bit. So I think that tripod may be a little bit too close to the sideline, but all 3 of those cats breathing a sigh of relief. Me as well, first of all for my student safety, but secondly for my tripod and camera down there on the field, Caden. So now it's 4th down. The Cats will punt here with 17 seconds on the clock. And the very dangerous returner, Samuel Delgado, awaits at his own 10-yard line.
Yeah, Jimmy Diaz there on that throw, actually getting doubled, so thrown into double coverage. But
Evan Weber with those fluorescent orange shoes here, a good punt. It hits down at the 20-yard line, and it will take a nice roll here. Tick, 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 goes the clock down to 8 seconds, 7 seconds, and then down to 5 seconds. So inside the 10-yard line, down at the 9-yard line, and we'll see if Cat Foothills tries to roll the dice one more time. Why not? Austin Bourne has shown a very strong arm, or they might just kneel on it and go into halftime with momentum on their side, and they will also receive. Oh, they won't actually. They're going to kick off to Cienega. So Cienega will receive the kickoff in the second half.
Honestly think that they should just take the knee and go into halftime, get their energy back. But that's only because last time, rushing the first quarter to end, they were very rushed and threw the pick to Jimmy Diaz after trying to throw it up to Cole Revis. And Revis, sorry, just
like the old cornerback from the Jets. Revis Island.
Revis.
Cole Revis. A sublime volleyball player, wide receiver, and kickoff specialist. Low snap, nicely down there by Austin Bourne. Folks, we're going to head to halftime. We are deadlocked at 14 all. What a dandy of a game here on opening night on Friday night, Caden Abranovich. My goodness. Everything you could ask for here in a football game.
Most definitely. It's been very back and forth. Lots of, like you said, haymakers thrown, just punch after punch. And you know what? Neither team is backing down. And I love to see it. It's a great smash mouth football game. I love to see it. Lots of passes thrown, lots of picks, lots of hard runs. I just love to see the effort from both teams. It's just been a great game tonight on this lovely September Friday night.
It's Friday Night Lights. I want to throw a shout out there to Kelly Johnson, the great baseball coach at Cienega High School. KJ, always good to get some kudos from you, sir. Always good to get text messages. My guy Jeff Old in the special ed department at Cienega as well. A lot of shout outs, so this is part of what I do. Let's take a break, Caden. We've been chatting for quite some time here. Set your watches at home to 14 minutes. We'll be back in about 14 right here on Bobcat TV.
Stay tuned.
do the kickoff, then we can throw it back to her. All right. Back in action for the second half. Kickoff here from Cat Foothills. The Bobcats going from left to right. And it's Jimmy Diaz. Takes a pop at the 25 and rolls to the 30-yard line. Bobcats 1st and 10 from their own 30.
Jimmy Diaz taking a second to get up. A great halftime show there from the Catfoot Band.
Yes, it was. And that's,
cool
I have the
watch.
band director's information, thanks to my good friend Beth Thompson. And that is Renee Shane Boyd, Cat Foothills band director who taught her children band in high school. All right, a bit of a scrum there down on the field. We've got a hobbled Jimmy Diaz there. It might be cramping, Caden. It's so common to have players who cramp in week 1, week 2 of the season, especially when it's so hot and humid like it's been all day today.
Yeah, he had that problem earlier in around the first half. He laid down for a second, but I don't think this is cramps as he's sitting down on the bench.
Yeah, I think he was hobbling off there, so he's walking gingerly.
Maybe he's
could be his ankle, could be his calf. Handoff goes to Edgar Garcia. Garcia picks up 7 up the middle. It'll be 2nd down and 3 for the Cats.
Jimmy Diaz is a pretty tough kid too. So to see him in pain, it's pretty unusual.
Yeah, he's as tough as they come. He's been through a lot of adversity with different sorts of injuries. But we'll just kind of monitor that situation. He's on his feet, which I think is encouraging, and he's just trying to drink there. I don't know if it's Gatorade or Powerade that the Cats are drinking tonight. 2nd down and 5. Handoff up the middle is stuffed. Let's go down on the field to Bailey Irwin with a report from the field. All right, we're going to check back with her in a minute. And again, I think we need to move that camera closer. So that's a communication. The camera and her mic's got to be closer to us in front. Flare pass near side, and it's stampeded and steamrolled. Big tackle there out in space by Eden Bay.
Sean Candina, not even a little bit shooken up after that. He's a strong kid. Doesn't matter the size. You know, it's hard over height every day of the week. So, you know, glad to see him get her up okay after that. That was a big hit by number 5 there, Eden Bay. Also
Eden Bay all day, and I love the name, right?
That's
Eden.
Nice. Yeah, that's cool.
So it's going to be a punt here for Cienega. A good opening defensive stop by Cat Foothills. Evan Weber the punt, a high punt. Drops at the 30-yard line, takes a bounce for Cat Foothills out of bounds at the 34-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10, Catalina Foothills from their own 34. 14-14, 9:41 on the clock, 3rd quarter.
And I thought it was going to cool off a little bit tonight, but
we have a nice cool breeze every once in a while.
Every once in a while, you know, we get a little lucky.
But there's so much population density here at Cat Foothills. Again, the bleachers here are jam-packed. Fans from both sides packed in like sardines. A stifling, oppressive heat here on the 2nd of September. 1st and 10, Cat Foothills, own 34. Austin Bourne, the lefty quarterback in the pistol. Takes a snap. Play action, goes far side, cranks it up. There's some contact there. And now we're going to go down to Bailey. Oh, not quite yet. Sorry, getting mixed messages here.
A couple of technical difficulties.
No, it's okay. We've gone through these types of things before.
That's right.
We are going to check in with her in just a moment. So once we get the word from you, Corinne Fitzpatrick, we'll throw it down to Bailey Irwin. And it's going to be 2nd down and 10 for Cat Foothills from their own 34. Kirsten Larson, Brianna Cueto, Bailey Irwin, and Nick Irvin all down there in front of us at midfield on the sideline. There's a run to the right side, a pickup of maybe a yard. .32. So a nice punt there by Cole Rivas. About a 35-yard punt net when it's all said and done. So look at Rivas, kind of Mr. Everything here for Catalina Foothills. A standout wide receiver. He is dazzled tonight. An elite volleyball player, a high flyer, outside hitter for the Falcons volleyball squad, which is a formidable group. And also handling kickoff responsibilities and also a punter. So a little bit of everything tonight by the amazing Cole Rivas. First and 10 Cats from their own 30.
Cole definitely just a threat on offense. Just probably probably the #1 threat tonight on offense besides the running back.
Samuel Delgado.
Yeah, Delgado and Norwood Ramirez, both dual threats tonight on offense and defense.
Pitch goes to the left side. Let me give you some stats here from Eduardo Heil, our statistician. Austin Bourne in the first half, 9 of 6, 56% passing, over 100 yards. Don't have the exact total. Braden Cherry, 46%, 6 for 13, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. All right, let's go down on the field with Bailey Irwin with a report.
We have seen some great passes thrown by Seneca has ball. First possession went to Catalina Foothills. We are excited to keep going. Coach Argraves say the team needs to play more physical to win this game. Back to you.
All right, very good. So it was a very terse, if we want to describe it as that, interchange between Bailey Irwin, our reporter making her debut tonight on Bobcat TV, a senior from Cienega High School, graduating class of 2023. She accosted Justin Argraves on his way to the locker room at halftime, and it was a very terse 3-word message. Be more physical. And off he went to the locker room. I'm sure he gave those Cats an earful in the locker room at halftime. To this point, it has not shown out in the play for the Cats. 7:02 on the clock, tied at 14. And a whistle here as the Cats call a timeout. So not on the same page offensively. A little disoriented, Kaden Abranovich.
Most definitely. For the Cienega Bobcats, I feel like coming out of the half, you know, I feel like a little bit of the spark has faded away. But, you know, a big play could change a lot of momentum. You know, before the half, you saw, you know, players like, sorry, I'm drawing a blank here. Number 14. Malik Ramirez, just, you know, super hype. Trayvon Moore, super hype. All these players just super duper excited, and I don't know if they had to talk at halftime, just lock in, be more serious or something like that. But it seems to be like they maybe need to find their spark back a little bit. Maybe a big play, a change of momentum would really help them. And for Catfoot, I feel like they've came back with the same energy, and Cienega needs to match that.
I agree, Caden, and I think with a game like this, a war of attrition with both sides putting out max energy here, a big play, a spark play for either side would pay huge dividends. Cherry, 3rd and 11, play action. Pass down the middle, incomplete. In and out of the hands of Karan Watson. Watson here grabbing his knees on that one. It was in and out of his hands, so I think Cherry pretty accurate on that throw. And again, a good defensive stop here from the Falcons of Catalina Foothills. And the Bobcats here will punt the ball away. We had a fan here, and I guess I'll relay the message. He just wanted to wish Austin Bourne the best of luck in the second half. So an admirer, a fan, a classmate, or a friend of his just giving us that message. So good to see. Again, I saw Austin Bourne pre-game when he was warming up. I just wished him good luck tonight. He stopped, looked at me, smiled, and said, hey, thank you. So it was really great to get that kind of a message from him. Nice punt here, good roll, and it's downed at the 24-yard line.
Catfoot, a very competitive team when it comes to I feel like probably any sport, playing them in volleyball,
tennis, golf, softball, baseball, volleyball, boys and girls, basketball, girls and boys. Absolutely, Catalina Foothills is one of those elite programs, elite schools in the state of Arizona. So they bring it in every sport, also academically. Nick Irvin was talking to Jody Braze, I think, during the first quarter, and we are going to connect and link up with their film and TV teacher and get some collaboration going. So we try to do that whenever we can. We're not afraid to go to other districts and partner with our colleagues who are also in CTE, Career and Technical Education. We've got a foul here on the play, and it looks like it's going to be an encroachment or offsides going against the Bobcats defensively, and that's what it is. So a 5-yard penalty here for Cat Foothills.
Now, I'm not completely sure what happened to Jimmy Diaz, but he has not checked back in since that leg injury, or I'm not sure, injury, maybe cramps, but he is on the sideline right now, which is why Ari Dubin and Caden Billings, or not Caden Billings.
No, you're right. That's a good thing to watch out, though, for Jimmy Diaz being on the sideline here. Nifty run cut back to the inside, and it's a gain of 3 on the play. Tackle made by Cienega's 66, Braden Coleman. Coleman, a senior, 5'9", 195 pounds. So 2nd down and 4 for the Falcons. And again, Caden, I feel like the momentum here has shifted.
Most definitely.
It's now on the side of the Falcons. Daniel Sines here pulling a couple of tricks out. There was a well-placed onside kick very early in the game that caught everyone unaware, you and I included.
Most definitely. And that wasn't even the thing that killed this. Wow.
In and out of the hands of Rivas.
Right,
nearly picked. Karan was there. He had a touch on it. And also Trevion Moore had a touch on that as well off of the deflection.
That's right.
But you see here Austin Bourne again with that sidearm, left slinging, maybe 3/4 arm action.
Patrick Mahomes type of.
Yes. Yeah. A crafty Mahomes kind of a throw. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I think he's the best, right? Mahomes, I would say, is the best quarterback in the league. You can make your arguments for different cats, but I'll take Patrick Mahomes every day and twice on Sundays. 3rd down and 2, 6:03 on the clock, tied at 14. Cats here trying to get a big defensive stop. Man comes in motion near side. A little run on the inside, a gain of maybe a yard, but it's going to be short of the 1st down, making it 4th down and 2. So we'll see super versatile Cole Rivas, number 6. He's got those fluorescent green gloves. We've seen him make a couple of excellent catches, some on this direct fly routes and a couple leaping over would-be defenders. Also excelling as a kickoff man and a punter. And it looks like Cat Foothills might go for it, and they might try to draw the Cats offside with a hard count here, hard snap count. So 4th down and 3. Bourne in the pistol. Looks to the near side here. Again, going at that hard count. They're going for it. Running play,
Great
and it's
tackle,
thwarted.
River.
There was a Bobcat there. River Reese making that tackle in the backfield, and he sprints to the sideline here, getting high fives from his mates and coaching staff. A big play there by River.
That's right. And after he got that, what was the flag that he had?
It was an unsportsmanlike penalty.
After he got that, he was out of the game for, I think, the rest of the first quarter.
Couple plays just to get his mind straight.
And now he comes back and he makes a huge tackle in this third quarter, coming back after halftime. And right there,
that's a puzzling.
I feel like that was definitely a little bit of the momentum that we need.
Right? So Daniel Sines taking a huge risk there. I thought it was going to be a hard snap to try to draw the Cats offside. The running play nullified by River Reese, who was in the backfield making a huge tackle. That's a kind of play that could turn the momentum of this game right around. Cherry hands off to Edgar Garcia. Garcia stacked up at the line of scrimmage, holds on to the football. You see those Falcons trying to strip the football out of him. Good job to hold on to it with 2 hands.
I like that. He's just a great running back all around, as he's shown this game. Doesn't matter about the size. I feel like, again, it's heart over height no matter what for him. He's just a great, sturdy running back, great size, great athleticism, great agility. Just, again, he reminds me of Dalvin Cook for sure. Just top fantasy, or one of the top fantasy running backs. Just super shifty, elusive, great running back.
Caden, I can see the Bobcats and offensive coordinator Louis Nightingale right now drawing up a play to go for broke. There's Jimmy Diaz on the far side. I could see play action. I could see a fade route or something to the corner here. Cherry's looking his way. Play action. Cherry rolls to his left. Flare pass out to the far side. It's Gavin Peterson. Peterson threading his way in and runs over a tackler for a touchdown. Bobcats, 25 yards. Keep me on here. 25-yard touchdown catch and run by Gavin Peterson.
Great throw. Great catch, great blocking, a flag still thrown on the field. Probably, I'm not sure what it could have been. Maybe unsportsmanlike conduct, maybe a couple of words were thrown, but great catch there by Gavin Peterson. Braden Cherry getting the ball off as pressure was coming towards him. Great little throw off the back foot, caught it, ran through the, Diaz
was the decoy. So Diaz ran a deep fade route, and it drew not one but two defenders his direction, opening up underneath for Gavin Peterson on that little out route. And then it was Peterson turning on the jets and then running over a tackler into the end zone for a touchdown.
That's right.
25 yards, another cherry bomb there from Braden Cherry to Gavin Peterson. Again, Peterson dealing with a slightly tweaked groin muscle, but he told me yesterday, I'm going to play tomorrow night. I'm ready to go. And he showed his medal right there. Cats now 20-14, 4:15 on the clock, third quarter. And coming out to attempt the extra point for the Cats, it's their kicker, Zane Colson. You got fans disgruntled here because of the roll of the dice for Foothills going for it deep in their own end. And Zane Colson converts the extra point. The Bobcats now grasping the momentum, reclaiming the lead, 21-14, 4:15 on the clock, third quarter.
Zane Colson, the sophomore kicker, coming in and going 3 for 3 tonight on extra points. He did miss that field goal earlier in the game, but, you know, we got right past that, comes back onto the field, completes the extra point, and I feel like he's going to be turning out as a great kicker for this team, punter, whatever he is, you know, place kicker. He's going to end up being great. He's only a sophomore, you know, young talent, lots of potential, lots of area for growth, and I think he's going to be end up being great.
Oh, that was great. Yeah, you're right, Caden, as a sophomore. But what a play there. And again, Nightingale is so clever, so deft at calling offensive plays there, scheming and trying to exploit weaknesses on the defense. It was play action, which Cherry is so deft at doing, and it was Jimmy Diaz as a decoy, opening up a wide open lane there for Gavin Peterson to make that catch. It was a catch and run with some nifty, nimble moves and a finishing flourish with a pounding lower the shoulders, ba-boom.
You called that, actually. You said, you know what I see? I see a play action here. They're going to go for it all. And
I did call it.
You did call it.
Thank you, Caden. I have a kind of feel every once in a while for what's happening out there.
Most definitely.
All right, so Zane Colson now on the kickoff. Again, he's brand new to the position, so his length on the kickoffs is not quite there. Little squib kick here, goes across the 50, and it's down at the 40-yard line. And it's Cat Foothills' Jack Curtin, who is number 23. So he's listed as number 20 on my roster. The senior, number 23, Jackson Curtin. So a good job for him just to field that squib kick. And Catalina Foothills now with excellent field position at their own 40-yard line, 1st and 10. Again, it's been a resilient group here tonight. They've weathered some adversity, no doubt about it, and they've been very resilient. So
lots of supporters, too.
Pat.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking around on Catfoot's side. I see numbers like right here, 73 Reyes for Isaiah Reyes, the D tackle. I mean, supporters all over the place. It's great to see parents and friends just supporting their friends and family.
Dane White on the carry. White has been excellent tonight as a ball carrier.
Most definitely.
Also a backup quarterback for the Falcons. So 3 on the play, 2nd down and 7. 3:50 on the clock, 3rd quarter. The Cats just momentarily ago reclaimed the lead 21-14 on the excellent catch and run by Gavin Peterson, one of those seniors, one of those quartet of captains. Malik Ramirez, Braden Cherry, Gavin Peterson, Landon Hall, the caps for the Cats in 2022. Handoff goes left side, a stout tackle made by Jimmy McCormick.
Now, if the game does become a little bit of, not a blowout, but, you know, the score lengthens, say Bobcats go up a little more, or even Catfoot gains the lead somehow, do you think you'll see any of the second stringers for either team come in?
No, and I don't see this game expanding in either direction, quite honestly. My best comp would be a boxing one. This, for me, is Ali Foreman, the Rumble in the Jungle. You've got 2 guys here slugging it out on a super hot, sweltering night. We're not in Zaire, but we're at Foothills High School. 3rd down and 7. Austin Bourne back to throw. Sidearm sling. And the ball is caught and then dropped there. And we got a late flag. I think we're going to have an interference call going against the Bobcats. Cole Rivas had it in his hands, and it looks like he was jostled by the defender back there, which I think was R.A. Dubin, but we'll see what the call is. There was a flag that was late there.
I'd be surprised if that was really
it's defensive pass interference.
Really?
Yeah, I do. Let's see what the refs call up here. Interference defensively. I think it was R.A. Dubin there who was there in coverage.
What do you think made that pass interference? Because honestly,
tough to see, Caden. Tough for me.
What I saw was Ari made a play on the ball and tackled the dude while he had the ball in his hands.
I thought he was there at the same time, and then once the ball was in his hands, there was jostling and contact,
which is
but that's legal. Yeah. So that's a questionable call. Tough to see for maybe you guys at home. And when I watch the game tonight on replay, maybe we'll be able to discern if that was truly pass interference or not. But in the moment, it's 1st and 10, Falcons from the Bobcat 41-yard line. Handoff to the right side. Good tackle there. It's going to trip a Reese. Reese is a nettlesome defensive presence for the Cats.
He is absolutely a force to be reckoned with. If the ball's coming to his side, he's making sure he's getting a piece of that, like the ball carrier, no matter what it is. He doesn't care if the dude's 10 times bigger than him. He's going to go take a bite out of it, you know?
Yeah,
he's like
fearless.
A shark. He's literally like a shark.
He is like a shark.
All over the place.
And predatorily lurking his way there in the waters, looking to a strike or attack. So it's 2nd down now and 11 for the Falcons. 2:10 on the clock, 3rd quarter. Austin Bourne in the pistol. Handoff. Kaboom. It's River Reese again.
He's everywhere.
Flexing.
I mean, he deserves a flex after that. I mean, literally just electric to watch. Like, he's just a great player. He's everywhere. He's literally everywhere. Honestly, I feel like, you know, honestly, a Bobby Wagner mixed with a Cam Chancellor, like a mix of those, because, you know, he's not as bulky as Bobby Wagner, but he definitely...
He plays above his size.
Yeah, most definitely.
And he's fearless, and he's got a nose for the football, and he's thirsty to attack. It's 3rd down and 8. 2 wideouts far side. Bourne looking near side. Pass to the outside. It's too high. Late shove there. You've got to be careful. So
yeah,
Trevion Moore there just kind of pushing the intended receiver, who is Xavier Norwood Ramirez. He was active early. He's been quiet of late. The ball carrier that's been more prominently featured for Foothills has been Samuel Delgado. And now Foothills going for it. Why not? If you went forward on 4th down from your own 30, why wouldn't you go for it on 4th and 8 from your opponent's 40-yard line? Right. So 1:18 on the clock. Bourne. You've got Cole Rivas near side, the target to look out for. Can't miss him with those lime green fluorescent gloves. At 6'5" is number 6, Cole Rivas. Bourne takes 2 steps, cranks and throws. He's going for Cole Rivas! In and out and through his hands. R.A. Dubin, good coverage there.
R.A. Dubin starting to warm up. I like it. He's getting more comfortable guarding bigger people, and he's keeping up with them. That play, perfect defense, even though he's undersized compared to Rivas.
Cole Rivas.
Rivas.
And
yeah,
I bet Rivas, Caden, might look back at this and say, that's one that I bet he catches 9 times out of 10 or 99 times out of 100.
Most definitely. He does seem a little gassed, though. He's
slightly crestfallen as he comes off the field. One of his coaches gives him a pat on the helmet. Another one of his teammates gives him a pat on the helmet. They're going to need Rivas to rebound here late in the third and certainly the fourth quarter. I would expect him to make some big plays down the stretch for the Falcons. But a big defensive stop for the Bobcats of Cienega High School, who have great field position at their own 40-yard line. Edgar Garcia up the middle, and it's 4 yards, maybe 5 now as he gets pushed forward. Big Landon Hall. Let's talk about that offensive line here really quickly again. Just let me kind of go through, because I'm always remiss in mentioning these cats. Alex Patterson, a.k.a. Kansas, at left tackle, the senior. Jack Garcia, 55, the junior, at left guard. Landon Hall, senior captain, number 78, at center. Dane Wilkinson, 68, at right guard, the senior. And the senior, David Samarano, 65, the senior, at right tackle. Oh, and also a state champion in volleyball under the great coach, Heather Mott. So second down and 4 yards to go. The Cats have 2 wideouts near side, 2 far side. Edgar Garcia is next to Cherry, who's in the pistol. Cherry, pitter-patters his feet. Karan Watson near side. Watson across the 50. First down for the Cats. I think that's Karan's first catch. It's 6 yards on the reception by big number 4.
It was, and it looks like this Catalina Foothills team has been very physical when it's come to defense this game, pushing people, throwing people around. Now counting down the clock, going to the
Not
fourth
that it
quarter.
matters, but the clock should have stopped there as the chains moved forward momentarily, but the clock continued to wind and run. I'm not complaining about it. Tick-tock, tick-tock, 3, 2, 1. Third quarter has ended. 21-14 Cats.
21-14 Cats, and the Cats have been, came out a little bit slow in that third quarter, but starting to get hot. I feel like on defense especially, everybody's kind of firing on all cylinders. Ari Dubin starting to,
he's coming around. He's starting to dial up his coverage a little bit tighter now.
But he's
find his footing.
In.
He was a little bit shaky earlier, but he's been coming around here, so it's very encouraging to see.
Most definitely.
Again, his dad, Rick Dubin, is part of the site council committee at Cienega High School. A fine gentleman. We appreciate his efforts, and we're certainly rooting for his son tonight, who is turning it on here when it's needed in the second half.
Cienega's fan section over there is looking pretty lively.
Yeah, they are.
The band.
They're doing the YMCA, it looks like there. The pep bands.
Yeah, everybody is dancing around, flashing lights.
I can't say enough about Grant Knox, the band director at Cienega High School. One of those cool cats. Murray State graduate.
Oh.
Along with John Morant, one of the best point guards in the entire National Basketball Association.
Yes, he is.
So I love Grant Knox and Jeremy Vega. Those two cats do a sterling job with our fine arts department at Cienega High School.
Most
and again,
definitely.
Julie Henry, the coach of the Spirit line, those girls are full of spirit here, not being thwarted or slowed down by the oppressive, withering heat here at Cat Foothills High School. So first and 10 Cats. They're at the Catalina Foothills 48-yard line.
Number 12, Troy Sanders.
Cherry back to throw, takes 2 steps, steps in the pocket, fires down the middle. The ball is deflected, nearly intercepted. Great coverage. There are a pair of Falcons back there. Andrew Islas and Xavier Norwood Ramirez, both there. The target on that play, was that Jimmy Diaz?
That was Jimmy Diaz.
Boy, he's really struggling. Is it his ankle? Is it his calves? Cramping.
His right calf.
Boy, he's gutting through it, and he's hobbling off to the sideline. He's got to get some treatment over there.
Yeah,
whatever they can do.
He is definitely in pain.
He's very frustrated because he's not at peak effectiveness here, and he just kind of collapses on the turf there onto his back. It looks like he's trying to stretch. I'm not sure if it's the hamstring, the hip, the calf, but he's trying to stretch something out.
Most definitely. And you know what?
Second and 10.
It is second and 10. Hold on.
Cherry back to throw. Slant, Gavin Peterson, short-handed, eludes a blocker, almost took off, but a couple of extra yards there, picks up 8 on the reception.
A very shifty wide receiver there, Gavin Peterson. Yeah, definitely, I think that's a word for him. Just breaks the tackle, and he's kind of out of there. Definitely plays at his own pace, though, kind of like a Cooper Kupp type of wide receiver, just able to play at his own pace and then catch the ball, but when he needs to be, he's very shifty.
11:26 on the clock, third quarter. Cienega cradling a 7-point lead at 21-14. Huge third down here, 3rd and 2. We got wideouts, 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom. Hard snap there. What a call by Cherry. Braden Cherry, NHS member there with the hard clap, draws the offsides. First down, Cats.
Great call by Justin Hargraves, or is it Nightingale?
National Honor Society. So Nick Irvin, Hannah Kramer, Sarah Caruth, they're all the mentors of those Sterling students in National Honor Society, of which Braden Cherry is a member. Again, highly intelligent quarterback, very resilient and gritty. That was his first hard snap of the game, and he drew it with the clap.
Yeah, nobody would expect that, that's for sure. One thing I did want to talk about was Troy Sanders, the senior quarterback, warming up on the sidelines here. I'm not sure if he's going to be taking over for Austin Bourne soon, but he was warming up on the sidelines with one of the coaches.
Handoff, Edgar Garcia near side. Garcia in space and traffic, and he picks up maybe 5 on the run. So this Bobcat, again, we talked to Coach Hargraves earlier today in his office. I love his fan. He's got like an omnidirectional fan there.
Yeah, it's like goes around the world.
And I like Nick Irvin's fan too. Irvin's is kind of like swivels left and right. But we asked him about the size matchup. We knew that Cat Foothills had a size advantage, offensive and defensive front, and his response was cool as could be. Yeah, we might be a little undersized, but we've got some big cats too, and they're also very agile and athletic. So that's what he was talking about. Second down and 4. Handoff, Edgar Garcia.
Jeez, sometimes even I get lost in
the
Cherry's
shuffle.
play action.
Well,
I think he has the ball sometimes.
Well, so there was a handoff, right? And Cherry's rolling out as if he's trying to do a play action pass just to keep the defense on its knees or on its toes, sorry, on its toes and on its heels is what I was really trying to say. Yeah, so it's third down and like a short 1 to go. Like
you were saying earlier, Braden Cherry is like a master when it comes to play action, and all night he's shown that to us. He can really sell it, or, you know, he knows how to utilize the play action to where he can throw deep bombs, or even, I feel like possibly in the future, scramble. Well, remember, we'll get back to this in just a second, but I'll just remind me in a moment. Third down, again, another hard count, and I think he drew another offsides, indeed. So let me go back very quickly. So the Cats last year, 8-4. They went on the road to open the playoffs. They beat Verado in a shootout, 47-36. Then they went to Horizon, the home of the Huskies, the eventual state champion in 5A. And the Cats fell 45-21. But in that game, Cherry had a pass reception for a touchdown on a Philly special. He also ran in for a touchdown, and he got pummeled at the line of scrimmage, but popped through there, popped up like he came out of a birthday cake with his hands up in the air. And I think he may have been concussed on that play. So he is as tough as could be. He's got so much grit and determination. But again, another hard snap here. And the clock is running under 9 minutes at 8:58. The Cats first and 10 at the 23-yard line of Cat Foothills. Garcia drags a couple of tacklers. And he'll pick up maybe 6 yards on the carry. He's still going, just relentless, absolutely.
Ground and pounds. The Cats here in the fourth quarter.
And like you said, Braden Cherry, when it comes to receiving, earlier today during warm-ups, he wasn't even throwing. He was going out and doing routes with the wide receivers, catching the ball. Oh, yeah. It almost did look kind of natural, like he could do that.
I was watching warm-ups very closely. I was down on the field. Oh, my gosh, I forgot. I have a message here. I'm so sorry. I'm going to hit this in just a moment. It's from one of our trainers on the staff. So, boy, I was so remiss about touching this, but I will be back here when it's appropriate to go through this message from one of our student trainers. It's a very important message, and I will get to that in just a moment. Second down and 5, and now we've got a penalty down on the field. Let's see what the call is. Bob Bertagnoli, the umpire, throwing the flag. It's going to go against Cienega, I believe. So here's the message. It's a tough read. As Cienega hits the field tonight versus Catalina Foothills, we are proud to share our support of the Arizona Athletic Training Initiative in conjunction with the Arizona Athletic Trainers Association by inviting you to learn why safety in sports begins with having an athletic trainer. According to a study conducted by the American Academy of Pediatrics, the presence of athletic trainers in the secondary schools lowers overall injury rates, improves diagnoses and return to play decisions, and reduces the risk for recurrent injuries. For more information, visit the Arizona Athletic Trainers Association website at www.azata.net. That's from Marley Shenna, who is a senior under Joe Eastles in the training. Cherry going for it all to the corner. A jump ball in and out of the hands of the intended target. Good coverage there by Cat Foothills.
Number 28.
And the target there for Cienega was Tom, O'Connor, and Tep. So quiet tonight, but a big moment there and a good chance for the Cats. But great coverage by that Falcon back there in the secondary. Second down, or third down now, and 10. Third and 10.
Seven minutes left. 7 minutes and 30 seconds to go in this fourth quarter here. Cats lead by 7. Lots of time left to play. Cats driving, though, on the 20.
Well, it's a huge defensive stand here now for Cat Foothills. The Cats have 3 wideouts to the top of the screen. Karan Watson near side. Cherry back to throw. Pumps. Now he's running. Oh, a little shimmy shake there. And a good lunge forward by Cherry across the 15. He is not the most agile runner.
No, he looked a little awkward
but
there.
He did a little shake and
yeah,
bake.
And he got him with it. So, yeah, I mean, whatever works, Cherry. I love it.
And for me, I get nervous because Cherry is more of an upright runner and a very vulnerable target.
Yeah.
Now the Cats have a decision to make. It's 4th down and 2 yards to go. They tried a field goal earlier from 25. It was wide left by Zane Colson. 6:54 on the clock and counting. A 7-point lead. Cats look like they're going for it. Well, we can expect a hard count. It's happened once. It's happened twice. Can it happen again here for Braden Cherry? He's got Sean Cadena on the top there. He claps, and the Falcons there are frozen, not going for it. And a timeout now taken by Justin Argraves. So I think we might see a field goal attempt here, Caden.
Right, and the Falcons.
It's within Zane Colson's range.
Almost definitely. And after that, you know, not jumping, the Falcons seem kind of proud of themselves. So I'm knowing that the coach staff definitely, you know, slapped him on the wrist for jumping 2 times in a row.
Right.
That's like not okay.
Right. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. I'm not sure if that's the expression, but it didn't happen a 3rd time. So Cherry, despite his best efforts, the clap the first time certainly was very effective, but not that time. The Falcon defenders were there petrified, not even flinching on that one.
That's right. That hand sanitizer smells like
6:33 on the clock, 4th quarter, and we'll see if we can see that kicker, Zane Colson, emerging from the sideline. Again, Kevin McCarthy, the excellent special teams coach from the Cats, who did such amazing work last season with Brindley Lorenko. And now he's trying to replicate that success with the sophomore, Zane Colson. The Cats here showing that they're going to go for it.
Now, Edgar Garcia.
Tom O'Connor and Tep near side. Edgar Garcia in the backfield. Play action. Actually, it's a handoff to Garcia. I don't know, Caden, if he got it.
I don't know. I thought Cherry had the ball the whole time. So
Karan Watson is gesturing as if they got the 1st down, but I don't see any other Cats doing that.
Edgar Garcia actually wobbling a little bit.
It's going to be close.
Uh-oh. Edgar Garcia wobbling off the field.
Bob Bertagnoli with the spot there. He placed the football down, it looks like at the 12-yard line, and the chains move forward as the Cats eke out a 1st down.
Edgar hobbling off the field.
Wow, that's a huge call right there. Again, you've got to give props here to Lewis Nightingale, mixing up his play calling. They've been more reliant on the running game here in the second half, and I have to wonder out loud, if Steve Schween, the superlative strength and conditioning coach at Cienega High School, all that work he does with those athletes, most of these Cats in 0 hour, paying dividends here. I think the Cats might have more stamina, a little bit more gasoline in the tank as we come down the stretch on this sweltering Friday night.
Very sweltering.
6 minutes on the clock, 1st and 10 Cats. Cherry, play action, looking for Peterson. Fires the end zone. In and out of the hands. It was in and out of the hands of Karan Watson, who was wide open in the back of the end zone.
Kind of in and out of the chest. He didn't really use his hands there. Kind of bounced off his pads. But I don't know. I honestly, if I'm
Cherry had options. There was Gavin Peterson in the flat on the right side. Again, it was Cherry rolling out to his right. He kind of pumped there and then went through it all in the back of the end zone.
It barely looked like it was
delivered on target.
It was very delivered on target, but it didn't even look like it was going to get through the DB's hands, and it just went right past him.
Kind of bounced right off of his number 4. So
yeah.
5:55 on the clock here, and it's 2nd down and 10.
Jimmy McCormick now in the backfield.
At the 12. Handoff goes to McCormick. Takes a big hit, but keeps rolling forward.
Jeez.
And he's pushing his way close to the goal line. What a run there by the junior running back, Jimmy McCormick.
The little brother of Richie McCormick.
Richie McCormick was the state champion in wrestling last year. And a sublime running back, both he and Cole McFarland, part of the Micmac attack.
I wonder if Edgar Garcia is okay over there. After having an amazing night,
solid night for Edgar Garcia. Big run,
definitely.
55 yards. He's been very solid running the football in traffic. And now Cherry comes from the sideline, getting his play call directly from the mouth of Louis Nightingale, the offensive coordinator, legendary head coach from Santa Rita back in the day, where Justin Argraves was just a young safety with all the potential in the world as a head coach. 3rd down and 3 to go. Man comes in motion near side. Up the middle, knifing and twisting and lunging forward, it's Jimmy McCormick. And he does pick up a 1st down. Oh, sorry, it's 4th down and maybe a yard. Sorry, I was looking at the, I thought the down marker was the 1st down marker. Apologize for that.
Right.
So 4th and goal now. So it's a chip shot field goal if you want to add 3 points onto the ledger.
Make it a 2-score game.
Or
really
you could try to muscle another one in here and roll the dice. And if it fails, you've got the Falcons pinned deep in their own end.
Edgar Garcia coming back in. It looks like they are going to roll the dice. 1 yard away from a 1st down. Hopefully keeping this clock running for the Cats.
You got Ntep on the right side, far side. Cadena in the slot. Handoff, Edgar Garcia. Garcia. I think he has a 1st down. He does. The spot here shows 1st down.
Almost at the 1. At the 1 or 2.
1st and goal Cats from the 1.
Which is very a
It's
very
gutsy.
big thing.
It's a gutsy call.
Very gutsy call, but high risk, high reward. You know, 4 minutes left on this clock, and it's ticking. The Cats really should utilize their time, maybe keep doing run plays, make cat foot, use a couple timeouts. I know there's 3 minutes left, which is a lot of time, especially in the football world, but worst comes to worst. If it's a 4th down, I think Cienega should just take the 3. And
props here to Ryan Patterson. The Cats are going to try to stuff this one in the end zone. It's pure muscle against muscle here at the front line. Trench warfare. Cherry! Kapow! Braden Cherry on the bootleg.
Braden Cherry.
Oh, doctor!
Doing what he doesn't do, which is running into that end zone. And
oh, there's a penalty here. Let's see what the call
probably
is.
Another unsportsmanlike. We've probably gotten 3 of those.
All right, let's see. Let's see. We've got the refs conferring there down by the goal line. But again, props to Nightingale for calling a beautiful call right at that moment.
Sheesh, our
a
coaches are just so
a
great.
little run fake to Garcia up the middle. They've done that so many times. I think that's Braden Cherry's 2nd carry on the night.
It is. The 1st carry, he gave that little shimmy, you know, got him with it too. Got those yards, actually got that past the 1st down. And then now, not even a play
a meeting
action,
of the
just an
minds.
option,
Right there,
right in there.
all of the officials there conferring and dialoguing with each other. 3:32 on the clock. Give me a signal here. Tell me what's what.
That touchdown is huge if it counts.
Let's watch. Daniel Sides here talking to the linesman. Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Braden
Cats.
Cherry.
Score now 14-27, 3 minutes and 32 seconds left in this 4th quarter. The Cats lead. Cats also looking to make it 28-14.
Yeah, here comes Zane.
Game.
Here comes Zane Coulson. And the holder for the Cats is Evan Weber. You can't miss Weber. He's got fluorescent orange shoes. Coulson, the sophomore, missed a field goal attempt from 25 yards. He's been perfect on extra points tonight.
Because of the unsportsmanlike.
And because of the penalty here, probably a little bit of chirping there, a little bit of chatter, unsportsmanlike, right? A little bit of smack talking by Cienega. So they're going to drop it back here. And this will be a field goal, basically, of 25 yards. So I want to see if he can correct his earlier hooking and see if he can drive this one through the upright. It's a good test here for the young place kicker from Cienega High School, Zane Coulson. Evan Weber again on the hold. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and it is no good.
Really?
It's so strange.
It is so
right?
weird.
Those officials kind of looked at each other, so he hooked that one slightly to the left as well. But the Cats, again, Braden Cherry, a 1-yard touchdown run on the bootleg. The Cats extend their lead to 13 at 27-14 with 3:32 on the clock in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I mean, the angles we have, I thought it went right down the pipe, if we're being honest. And I guess not. It just looks so deceiving where we're at.
Yeah, we don't have the best angle. Let's just be real with that. So, again, we're in the catbird seat here from Catalina Foothills High School at about the 40-yard line, almost midfield. And our angle is not the best for extra points and for field goals. So we have to wait for the officials to give a signal. But you feel the wind here just kind of drifting out of the sails of Cat Foothills' ship or their vessel here. And a lot of fans are making their ways toward the exits.
That's right. 3 minutes and 32 seconds is a lot of time, but the way Cienega has been playing defense tonight, it's going to be really hard to get up 2 touchdowns.
Demoralizing that last run was there.
Though most definitely. That drive pretty much
And listen, if we had to pick a pivotal play in the second half, it's Daniel Saenz going for it on 4th and like 3 from his own 30-yard line. And it wasn't it River Reese on the tackle who made that stop?
Had 3 tackles that drive.
So he was just absolutely huge in that stretch defensively. He might be a player to talk to.
Oh, most definitely.
I think you talk to Braden Cherry for sure. And I think you talk to River Reese and try to get some perspective here on the effort from these boys. Squib kick here. Boy, it's taking some crazy hops. And a player has to just smother the ball at the 24-yard line. Cat Foothills recovers the kickoff. And 3:32 minutes on the clock here. They're going to need something special to happen to come back in this game.
Most definitely. If I'm Cat Foot right now, I am going deep to my #1 wide receiver, and maybe not even my #1, just a receiver that beats somebody. Honestly, maybe like a play action, like a boot over, and hopefully beating any zone they have. And if we're talking man-to-man, just hope that my receivers beat the corner.
All right, coming onto the field for Catalina Foothills is Xavier Norwood Ramirez. You've got Cole Rivas, dangerous as ever, near side. If I'm Austin Bourne, I'm going to throw one up there and hope Rivas can chase it down. Bourne back to throw, throws to, and it's picked. And it's going to be a pick 6. There's Malik Ramirez. Well, that's the icing on the cake. Ramirez here throws the ball, the official, and sprints to the sideline. So there's interception, career interception number 4 on the pick 6 by Malik Ramirez, who was just lurking there out in the flats. He jumped the route, an easy pick 6.
Malik Ramirez really putting the dagger in the coffin. It's just.
Oh boy.
I mean, I don't really see a comeback, but
Malik,
a great game defensively from the Cats. We have Jimmy Diaz with the interception. We have Malik Ramirez with a pick 6. We have River Reese with like 4 amazing tackles.
Just Jimmy Diaz, a big interception to nullify a drive deep in the Bobcats' defensive end. And now the fans are leaving in droves.
That's right. And next week, the Cats have a bye.
There's the extra point. That's good by Zane Colson.
So, you know, for all of those injuries, including Jimmy Diaz, one of their star players, I feel like it'll be good for them to get some rest on whatever they need.
Yes. Right. You've got a couple of Cats, right? And I'm going to send my best wishes out there to Damien Orozco. He has an MRI on Tuesday, so fingers crossed. I'm hoping for the very best for him, and I'm hoping that it's the slightest of tweaks to his right knee. So just know that we're thinking about you, Big D, Damien Orozco, number 77. But boy, what a pick 6 there by Malik Ramirez. Now, Caden, the score is 34-14. This game was not that. This game was close all the way through.
Most definitely.
And it's deceptively, it looks like it's worse than it was. This game was close to the final minutes of the game.
I completely agree. All the way up until about, honestly, the last 7 minutes of the fourth quarter, it was 21-14. And since then, it was, I mean, they got the last 2 touchdowns, a pick 6, right after Cherry brought it in. And just great to see the Bobcats really showing their full potential here tonight.
Well,
First game of the season.
I'll go back to my boxing analogy. Muhammad Ali, the greatest.
Good hit.
And George Foreman, who was so formidable in the 1970s, just a massive, imposing, power-punching specimen of a fighter. Tonight was the rumble in the jungle. We had that kind of humidity tonight. It was two fighters, two teams here slugging it out, trading haymakers. But late in that fight, George Foreman was punched out, and Ali just took over and delivered a knockout blow. We saw it here with a combination of punches. It was Cherry on the 1-yard touchdown bootleg, and it was Malik Ramirez with the true knockout blow here on the pick-6 interception return for a touchdown.
That's right.
What a game it was here tonight. But Cat Foothills, they have a lot of promise here, so they should not be discouraged. Got to think about this, Caden. This is a 4A school playing a 5A team.
That's
so
right.
it's a difficult matchup coming in. But this team is going to make great strides, and I predict great things for them in 2022.
Most definitely. This team definitely had a lot of gas, a lot of fight, all the way up until about the last 7 minutes of the fourth quarter, like I said. So, you know, teams that, if they can really just hold on to that fight a little bit longer against even teams as good as us, I feel like it'll definitely be a close game. And the Bobcats tonight, away on their first official game of the season, just did great under pressure. They seem really comfortable, really smooth as a team, very, very competitive. And it passes up.
Nice catch. And he breaks it here. And it's a touchdown late here, so it's not quite over yet.
Wow.
So a 65-yard touchdown reception, breaking a tackle late. And I don't know who number 87 is.
That's 37. 37.
Hold on, I've got to see if I have this on my roster.
Number 37, Kincaid.
Yeah, I don't have 87 on either roster, so I don't know who that player is.
37.
Oh, number 37. Okay, so 37 is Cade Berchtold. So 65-yard touchdown catch, breaking a tackle in the process by Kincaid Berchtold. 65 yards on the catch and run.
The Falcons not giving up yet, not ready to go home. 20-34.
So post-game, Corinne Fitzpatrick, we want to talk to, I would tell Nick Irvin that we want to talk to Braden Cherry, depending on how this shakes out, Malik Ramirez, and River Reese, those three cats. So numbers 8, 14, and 16 from Cienega. If they hold on here, 34-20, so down by 14. And they're going to go for the extra point here to try to bridge this gap down to 13 points. So still within the realm of possibility. A big, quick strike there from Austin Bourne.
Holding. That's a backup QB, the senior.
And the extra point is good. Anthony Deeb.
So at the end of the game, again, sorry. So we are going to be talking to River Reese, Braden Cherry, and Malik Ramirez, who had that pick 6 there not that long ago.
Number 8, number 14, number 16.
8.
So Kincaid Berchtold, 65 yards on the catch. He broke a tackle. And a good strike there from Austin Bourne. And now you have to expect the onside kick. So successful once earlier here. Deeb struck the perfect onside kick early in the game in the first quarter that caught everyone unaware. The Cats now have their hands team out there. They've got to be expecting this. So 3:02 on the clock, 34-21 Cats. And you've got the Falcons cheerleaders here, which I would call in their midnight blue, I don't know, bedazzled. It's glittery. Their uniforms there, kind of pumping it up here with some energy. And the platinum-colored pom-poms, trying to energize the crowd. Everyone here waiting with bated breath to see how this onside kick shakes out. Anthony Deeb. And we have, I think, an illegal procedure here. Somebody crossed the line first here, the line of scrimmage from Cat Foothills. All right, false start here. So they'll move the ball back 5 yards, and Cat Foothills will kick again.
3:02 left on the clock. It's been a long 30 seconds.
Great energy here tonight. What a crowd from Catalina Foothills High School. Again, want to thank Jody Braze, the principal, for her hospitality, for allowing Bobcat TV to broadcast this game tonight. Nick Irvin will be in touch with your film and TV teacher, and we are looking forward to collaborating with you on future projects, 100%. That's what we do, Bobcat TV. All right, Deeb now replacing the football. And that last kick was struck by the Falcons' number 21, Jack Curtin.
Number 8 now. 8.
Yeah, that's Anthony Deeb. But look at Curtin next to him, 21. The last kick was struck there by Curtin. Oh. But here's Deeb, trying to hit the top of the football to get a high bounce. There it is. Fair catch signal. Oh, boy, what a catch there. It was wrestled, corralled, and caught by Cienega's Sean Lowry. So Lowry, I think I met him the other day, actually. So Lowry here on special teams going sky high and putting a bow or a wrap on this one. The Cats here just have 3 minutes to kind of run out on the clock.
Sean Lowry used to be a QB, and he's so tall, you know, that they put him at wide receiver, and I guess now special teams. And as you see his height there, he fair caught it, jumped up maybe, I don't know, probably 12 inches.
Oh, he skied.
Yeah, he's
so
tall.
Number one, he signaled for a fair catch, right?
Smart.
Which he was not granted that opportunity. And quite frankly, I'm not sure what the rule is on kickoffs like that if you are able to signal a fair catch on a kickoff.
Well, I guess it did.
I don't think so. On a punt, I know you can.
Yeah,
but Lowry, regardless, climbing the ladder, elevating above the special teams coverage, and in a crowd, coming up with, corralling, and wrestling that ball from the sky to hopefully seal the deal for the Cats.
And now he's out at receiver. With
handoff, Edgar Garcia, 2 hands on the ball.
Just
3 yards on the carry. And the clock here will continue to run.
He is a bulldozer and just runs through people.
Well, I know coming up that Cienega has a bye as Cat Foothills calls a timeout to try to conserve some of the time here that's left on the clock, these precious seconds. But coming up, the Bobcats have a bye week next Friday. The following Friday is the 16th, and they shall have their home opener facing a very stout Millennium team. So that is a game that we want to encourage all the fans from Vail to come out and support your Bobcats on the 16th. And of course, Bobcat TV will be there to broadcast that game. Everywhere the Cats go, the football team, so shall Bobcat TV. Quite a night, Caden.
Most definitely quite a night. Beautiful. The city of Tucson, is shining right at us. It looks beautiful. It's glimmering.
Oh, the lights are twinkling off the distance.
It's beautiful. And, you know, nice night. A couple of bugs out, a little humid. And, you know, it's starting to cool down as we go into September. And by October, it'll be perfect Friday night lights.
Yeah, it sure will.
Jimmy.
A little handoff here. Jimmy McCormick. Jimmy was pretty key down the stretch, too, on some key runs.
Almost definitely. And we were talking to Coach Argraves about how his progression, where he is right now compared to Richie when he was a junior.
Sure.
Apparently, Jimmy McCormick is actually a lot farther ahead
physically in his development.
And just
maybe a better grasp of the playbook, but certainly more physically developed at this stage in his high school career than his big brother Richie was. But boy, I bet Richie's at home, very proud. Sure. I'm sure Cole McFarland is home, very proud as well. Right. All those Cats from last year, all those great Cats from the class of 2022 who had such a special season in Coach Argraves' year 1. I know that the alumni from Cienega High School, they always come out and support their Cats. I saw Ethan Chalkmill at halftime who was the punter on the team last year and a special teamer and a linebacker. And it's always great to see these alumni from Cienega High School who are so proud of the rich tradition at that school with their football program, starting with Neimer Hassey, continuing with Pat Nugent, now into the present with Justin Argraves, and the future is very, very bright here at Cienega High School.
Lots of bright futures, lots of potential all over the field. Now tonight, do you think, now that the clock is a little bit winded down, we'll see any?
Cherry throwing now. Cherry back to throw. Cherry now running, pumping. Oh, he took a big hit. Oh, he fumbled. He lost it momentarily and then was able to recollect it as he was falling down to the ground. But boy, he took a jarring hit there off the shoulder pads. Jeez. And it's 4th and 2 now with 2:36 to go.
Jeez, yeah, that was a little bit of a hit. But as I was saying, do you think we'll see any, at all, even on defense, some second stringers just to get some timing? No. At all?
No, because this game is not sealed. It's a 13-point deficit. We saw how quickly Cat Foothills struck a couple of moments ago.
Right, it was a 30-second
it's lockdown time. You've got your number ones in there across the spectrum, offense, defense, special teams, and now Argraves has a decision to make here on 4th and 2. I think they go for it. The other option is you try to punt and pin the Falcons deep in their own end, but we saw that quick strike, 65 yards on the touchdown pass from Austin Bourne to Cade Berchthold, which was so quick. So I think the Cats are going to go for it here, and we'll see what they dial up with Lewis Nightingale.
I'm excited for Cienega's seasons for sure this year.
Yes.
Just the first game just shows how electric
That's
and
right.
how much potential they have throughout all this, all the juniors playing now.
Yes.
Sean Candina, just a prime example
It's their
of that.
time. It's their time to step up here, and they have
Most
done it
definitely.
superbly tonight.
Most definitely.
Pitch. Jimmy McCormick, head of steam, pushes forward. He's not going to get it. It'll be a turnover on downs. And now you've got the Falcons with the football at the 40-yard line with 2:30 on the clock, down by 13.
No timeouts.
Yeah, no timeouts. I think they had to use all of them.
Right.
Now, again, we've seen quick strikes here. And Austin Bourne has the arm strength to throw a home run touchdown ball here very quickly.
Just like he did last time.
Exactly.
So if I'm the Bobcats right now, I'm playing probably 3 men deep. I'm just not even letting any of that happen. If they want to run the clock down with runs, then so be it. But just don't let anything get past you deep, just.
Yes, and giving plenty of cushion here. You see Ari Dubin locked up with Cole Rivas. Screen pass comes near side. You want to tackle the player inbounds. That's the key. That's the key right there. So you have a player spinning in space there, and Dubin with a good tackle. Malik Ramirez also there, 2 yards on the play. But the most important thing is the clock is just frittering away. It's evaporating off of the scoreboard. 2:07 and counting. 2nd down and 8. Low snap. Nice catch there by Bourne. Another interception. Oh, Malik, not once here, but twice. Lightning strikes twice, and it's Malik Ramirez. Pow!
That will definitely seal the game. Malik Ramirez with his 2nd pick 6 of the game. Just reads the zones. He's a zone hawk. He gets to where he needs to be at, and he took it home. Austin Bourne didn't even try to contest him or tackle him after that because he knew Malik was gone. Great to see Malik back. I mean, it looks like his leg is going to be just fine. 2 pick sixes one night.
Nighty-night.
Nighty-night.
Good night.
That is so great.
Good night, folks. Sweet dreams tonight. I'll be sleeping like a baby at home, dreaming about pick sixes by Malik Ramirez. Lightning. We saw lightning off in the distance, Caden, and it struck here on the field in the semblance of number 14, the senior captain, Malik Ramirez. And I talked to him the other day, and he was very pointed. He's like, I got 3 picks last year. I'm trying to triple that and set the record for the school. Well, he's got 2 tonight, but not just 2 interceptions, but the pick sixes. So now 5 in his career, and he's well on his way to hitting that milestone. He's on a great pace here early in his senior season. A night he'll never forget.
Oh, most definitely will never forget this night. And me.
Zane Colson, the extra point. which just feels academic at this point.
That's right.
A very resilient, gritty effort here by the Falcons, never stopping, never wavering, never giving up. But just another read there by Malik. Again, lurking out in space.
That's right. He's a zone hawk.
Just waiting.
He just is where he needs to be at all times.
Creeping,
just
picking, and flying. And those wheels there, well, apparently the right knee is 100%.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Now score 21-41. Cats lead as the Cats are ready to kick it off. 1 minute and 52 seconds left on this clock in the fourth quarter. Cats having a great game tonight. I mean, just amazing, electric.
Again, I know it's demoralizing here slightly, but you have to remember how close this game was. It wasn't a 20-point game all the way through. It was a tooth and nail, scratching and clawing 14-14 at halftime affair. Then it was 21-14. It was close all the way through. Only in these last couple of minutes have the Cats separated in terms of the score tonight. Let the good times roll. It'll be a celebratory bus ride going back to Vail, Arizona, about a 45-minute drive. I know TV Van 14 might have some Blueberry Faygo going on tonight. And Caden, you guys better drive safely heading back to Vail as well.
Most definitely.
Yeah, Blueberry Faygo for sure. I'm going to dial that up. Let's go.
Can you hear me? That's good. Has lots of time in the pocket. Gonna scramble.
Yeah, his first run here. Got to be careful.
Sheesh.
Yeah, you don't want to risk anything at this juncture, right? Like, I think his health and safety is critical because he played so well, especially early in the first half.
Just as we were talking about it, now he's hurt.
Good night, moon. The moon has disappeared, Caden. It was a half moon, and it's been swallowed up by the night sky.
Austin Bourne, after taking that hit, now on the ground.
See, that's exactly what I was saying here. So you hate to see this, and he's being attended to by the trainers at the 40-yard line. So our thoughts are certainly with Austin Bourne at this moment.
Most definitely.
All right, good. Pops up very quickly. May have been the wind knocked out of him. That's my guess.
Yeah.
So great to see here Austin Bourne, who played so well here tonight. Just a couple of, he didn't see the defender lurking in the distance, and I'm not blaming him for that because it's hard. You've got 11 players out there on the field, and you've got kids who are chasing after you as if you're running for your very life. But he struggled a little bit late, but he was so solid early, and you've got somebody there who you can build this team around. Again, he's only a junior, so he's got, I think, all the potential here to lead these Catalina Foothills Falcons next week, and I'm sure they'll be resilient and they'll bounce back. They've got a great coach here, and Daniel Sines. And I know there was a moment going for it deep on fourth down from their own 30. The pendulum kind of shifted back momentum-wise. We've got a backup quarterback here, number 12, cranking it up here. Airing it out. Great job almost there by Ari Dubin. Had a hand on it, juggled it, incomplete.
Sheesh. Troy Sanders coming in now, 5'9", senior, backup QB.
Troy Sanders, the senior quarterback. Good arm strength.
Very good arm strength. Nice tight spiral, just overthrown. I mean, of course, he was doubled, so. But now, clock at 1:10, score 21-41. The Cienega Bobcats up by 20 points in this fourth quarter. A great defensive night for the Bobcats. I feel like that's where they really have just exceeded the standards.
They clamped it down. I mean, that's Justin Argraves' forte is defense. And I know he was upset. And be more physical was the message at halftime in the locker room. And I think the Cats were more physical in the second half, imposing their will, running the football very effectively.
Wow.
Oh, nice pass. A dart there in traffic, threading the needle. And a good run here down the sideline. And there's a penalty. And that is a penalty. A little bit of extra there. The receiver was going out of bounds. But another nice reception by Kincaid Berchthold, whose biggest play of the night was a 65-yard touchdown reception where he broke a tackle. So you see him there, but another good pass there. Again, threading the needle by the backup quarterback from Catalina Foothills, Troy Sanders. So Sanders to Berchthold, a first down for the Falcons, and 1 minute and 2 on the clock. It'll be a 15-yard unsportsmanlike or unnecessary roughness penalty here going against the Cats.
Right. I'm not sure that that pass was really intended for him, but he did go and get it. I thought it was going to Cole.
Yeah, I think it was.
Late hit.
Again, I want to thank Jody Brause, the principal at Catalina Foothills High School, for her hospitality. Every person that we encountered here from Catalina Foothills was most generous, affable, and welcoming to us. So thank you for your support. Berthold again on the left flat, picks up 3. And if you're a Falcon fan, again, I think the message here is do not be discouraged. Your team was very gritty tonight. We saw a lot of excellent plays here and some great potential. Coaches always talk about this, Caden. You want to try to minimize your mistakes or lessen your chance of risky turnovers. The turnover bug certainly bit them tonight. A couple of pick-6 interceptions, which make the score appear more disparate than it actually was.
Here comes some of the second stringers, actually. James Kendrina, old Bobcat TV member.
Oh, there is James Kendrina.
Number 17 at middle linebacker.
Always a Bobcat TV member. Looks like a botched snap there. It's going to be a scrum at the line of scrimmage. The clock's going to run out here, Caden. There's 10 seconds.
And that will be the game.
I mean, you could spike the ball, I suppose, if you're able to line up at scrimmage, but this is it. So final score, 41-21, and a huge win in week 1 by Coach Justin Argraves and his Cats from Cienega High School. The Cats meow. And for me, Malik Ramirez was the Cat's pajamas. Braden Cherry was the Cat's whiskers. And the Cats were in the catnip tonight, especially in the second half.
Most definitely. A great game. So much energy, especially in that second half. And I feel like defense really just sealed it down on all cylinders tonight. I mean, of course, offense for Catfoot had a couple of good plays, you know, deep passes.
Just some off.
Dang.
You're fine.
A couple of deep passes.
Fly by the tower, another Top Gun reference.
A couple of deep passes that did go by Ari, but you know what? He really clamped down on that after, and I feel like it was just a great game. Ari Dubin locked down, and he got his respect after the game from Cole. They went and dapped each other up. Just all respect, all good sportsmanship. I love a team with good sportsmanship. Malik Ramirez is really the dude to put it away, though.
Oh, yeah.
Having 2 pick-6s in the fourth quarter alone. And you know what? He was really the guy on defense besides River.
Coach.
Reese.
Well, it's going to be a celebratory ride of jubilation going back to Vail, Arizona.
Most definitely.
The town between the tracks for these Cats tonight. Boy, look at them sprint off the field. But you talked about it, Caden. We had some big plays here, offensively, defensively. And I think River Reese was a spark. Certainly Malik Ramirez was a huge difference maker late in the game. Braden Cherry does what he does. He manages the offense. And, boy, what a great play call by Coach Lewis Nightingale at different junctures in the game. That Braden Cherry 1-yard touchdown run on a quarterback bootleg was an old-school play back from the 70s and 80s, and it worked like a charm tonight. But a 17-yard touchdown. Well, let me go through the scoring summary here. So Sean Cadena, the junior receiver, with a 17-yard touchdown catch from Braden Cherry. Zane Colson's extra point made it 7-0. Then it was Samuel Delgado from Cat Foothills answering back on a 20-yard run with wide open space. A 7-7 tie after Anthony Deeb's extra point. Then it was an onside kick recovered by Cat Foothills. Jimmy Diaz, a 73-yard touchdown reception from Cherry, a cherry bomb, and the extra point converted by Zane Colson made it 14-7 Cats. The Falcons struck back. It was Samuel Delgado, a 1-yard touchdown run. The extra point converted by Anthony Deebs, tying it up at 14. Then Gavin Peterson, this is a huge play too, by the senior captain, number 18. A 25-yard catch and run from Braden Cherry. Colson's extra point made it 21-14. Then it was Braden Cherry on that beautiful bootleg, 1-yard touchdown run. The extra point failed. It was hooked to the left, 27-14. Malik Ramirez, a 16-yard pick 6 on the interception, and it was Zane Colson's extra point making it 34-14. Cade Berthold, a 65-yard touchdown reception, and Anthony Deeb's extra point made it 34-21. And then Malik Ramirez, lightning striking twice with a 30-yard pick 6 touchdown. Colson's extra point, our final score, 41-21, a shootout tonight at Cat Foothills High School.
That's right. Catfoot really put up a fight, and it was a great, great game all up until just, you know, that fourth quarter, probably about 7-minute mark again, just absolutely the Cats just took over and really, again, put the nail in the coffin. It was just the Cats just, had another tapped into some energy that nobody knew they had, and just absolutely went crazy.
Again, I think the stamina.
Yeah.
The stamina was a big deal.
Definitely.
I attribute that to Steve Schween in the weight room.
And again, this is not our full team. This is 29 people.
That's a good point, too. I mean, you're missing Cody Foster, who is a speedy kick and punt returner. I can't wait to see that kid play. And you've got some other Cats who are dealing with some nagging injuries that we hope can come back and contribute to this team's success. And some other Cats that got to get their ducks in a row, if you want to say it like that. So let me hit this one more time. So this is from Marley Shenna, who is a senior trainer at Cienega under Joe Eastless, the great teacher and trainer at Cienega. As Cienega hits the field tonight against Catalina Foothills, we are proud to share our support of the Arizona Athletic Training Initiative in conjunction with the Arizona Athletic Trainers Association by inviting you to learn why safety in sports begins with having an athletic trainer. According to a study conducted by the American Academy of Pediatrics, the presence of athletic trainers in the secondary schools lowers overall injury rates, improves diagnoses and return to play decisions, and reduces the risk for recurrent injuries. For more information, visit the Arizona Athletic Trainers Association website at www.azata.net. So thanks to Marley Shenna, who I met tonight pregame with that great group of trainers. I know that Jonah Ryan is part of that mix as well. Mina Rother is a trainer as well, and then there are some other Cats who I'm just not familiar with, but they do a wonderful job. So congratulations to Cienega. Now we're going to stick around here because we're going to have Bailey Irwin conducting interviews post-game, and we want to talk to River Reese, Malik Ramirez, and Braden Cherry. That's who we're hoping to talk to tonight post. And so just be patient, Cats, here, but we'll just take a minute here of respite, and when those Cats are ready, we'll throw it back down to them. But we hope you enjoyed our broadcast here tonight on Bobcat TV. Kaden Abranovich, you did another superlative job, sir. It's always a pleasure working with you.
Thank you so much. Good job to you, too. It was a great electric night from all of the members on our team. Shout out to Bobcat TV. Every single person on this team worked super hard to just be great.
Again. Let me hit that again, actually, Kaden. You're right.
And, shout out to everybody who does anything for Bobcat TV. We love all you guys.
Well,
appreciate you all.
Let's hit it. So the crew tonight, it's Nick Irvin, the man with the plan, the director of Bobcat TV. And I'm Jason Miller. We've got Corinne Fitzpatrick, who is running audio as the audio engineer tonight. We've got Brianna Cueto, who is on camera down on the field. Nick Powell is our guy up top here, running the high camera. Bailey Irwin making her debut tonight on Bobcat TV. Some technical glitches, not her fault. She did a great job, and we're looking forward to the post-game interviews. Ben Gonzalez was in a technical support role. Kirsten Larson was running camera down in the field. Brady Carson was running support down in the field. Justin Romero up top here running some technical switching, which was very much appreciated. Caden, you were sublime as a color analyst. Caden Abranovich.
Thank you so much.
We also had Jess Schoonover running camera. And Eduardo Heil, my stat guy tonight, with some great statistics. And then we're missing Lucas Myers tonight, but he's with us in spirit, and hopefully he'll be back on the 16th. So can't say enough about these kids at Bobcat TV. Sophomores, juniors, seniors, all putting in hard work and dedication to try to elevate our broadcast here on our YouTube channel. So be sure to subscribe to the Bobcat TV YouTube channel and like this video if you like it. And if you don't like it, then don't like it. But we'll take a break. And when we come back, we'll have Bailey Irwin with post-game interviews.
It was a great game by both Catalina Foothills and Cienega. Fortunately, Cienega pulled out the win. I'm here with Braden Cherry, Malik Ramirez, and River Reese. First question for Braden Cherry. This is a great win for you guys. How does it start your season?
It starts it off well. We're hoping to go and keep this going.
Good job. Second question, Malik Ramirez. You had 2 pick sixes tonight. How did that feel and what was going through your head?
Just do my assignment, play my role, and things turned out right. I mean, right place, right time, I guess.
Thank you. Last question for River Reese. You had a great game tonight, plenty of tackles. How does this affect the rest of the season?
I think this affects the season in a good way because that just shows that all of us are ready to come out and just give 100% at all times and work for each other and show that we love each other out here.
Yeah.
Thank you. It was an amazing game tonight. Please subscribe to the channel, follow all of our social media accounts, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Good night, everybody.
Good stuff. Yes, well done.